good, Emmy? How you? Shout out to Emmy. What's good? I might have to go in the kitchen, y'all. I'm chilling. I just want to make a live video, talk about distractions real quick, and how distractions are serious and they keep a demographic of people very under pressure, very trapped, and very uh, compliant. Now hold on, I gotta take y'all with me real quick. I just lit this candle, but we about to go in a different room. What's good, everybody? Make sure y'all hit that sub, fixies. What you mean the inventory? Make sure y'all hit that sub, bro. Gotcha. Got y'all on the whatchamacallit, man. Yeah, I have to cut this off real quick. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Lifestyle dating coach. We're gonna talk about distractions a little bit. How crazy distractions are. How insane distractions could be. How serious distractions are. How serious distractions are, chat. A lot of people get wrapped up in distractions. Hold on. Facts. Make sure I keep the phone charged. So basically it's super easy in life to be sidetracked, right? And that's why I titled this video People with Game, Guys with Game, but people in general with game. They don't get distracted, bro. And I know that shit sound crazy because even for me for a long time, like I just believe that everybody gets distracted, you know what I'm saying? I believe that everybody gets distracted, and the truth is there's ways to deduce, to bring down the level of distraction. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, right? See, a lot of people when they're distracted, what they do is they they cope, or they some people feed into the distraction. That's the first thing most people do. They give in to the distraction. They actually mesh with the distraction. They become one with the distraction. They become spellbound by the distraction. They become, like I said, one with the distraction. So an example would be, right, we're going to use a player analogy. An example would be, like I always tell y'all, you got multiple women, you're approaching multiple women, you go out here, you're talking to them. Communication rules the nation. So you're talking to these women, and the truth of the matter is, it takes focus to even delegate your attention to the women accurately, right? Because every woman requires a certain amount of attention. And this is what a lot of dating coaches on YouTube will never tell y'all. They will never tell y'all that everybody all over the world, look at this bug. Gotta get this bug, man. Appreciate everybody in here. All right. So even that bug was a distraction. You see that? But see, when you got game, you just handle things and move on. We don't talk about distractions. See what I'm saying? So even from that micro situation, there's a lot of macro situations in life. There's a lot of situations of, see how that was a small bug, but there's a lot of big humans on earth. And what they love to do, they love to take attention, they love to take time, they love to distract, they love to, kind of like this subscriber just said, I'm a ghost. They like to be a ghost. They like to do the sleight of focus. They like to, instead of the sleight of hand, they do the sleight of attention. They get your attention, like they get your attention, and then they distract you. What's good, Ross? They distract you and then they move away. They distract you and they move away. They do just enough to keep you stuck, to where when you look up and you wake up from that evil dream, that spell, you're like, damn, like I didn't even master my day. I didn't master my week. I did not master my month. And therefore I won't master this year. I really won't master my year. Because at the end of the day, right, distractions are all that the devil really has. You feel what I'm saying? The devil does not, I mean, the devil or the darker forces of the planet of Earth are really maggots. You see what I'm saying? So hold on, let me see. So as a man, chat, one thing I have realized about myself and about life in general is you really gotta have focus that is damn near super saiyan. Your focus has to be better than what you like you have to put your attention on your own focus. So you have to pay attention to your focus, because that's literally the number one thing Americans don't have a grasp on, right? They don't have a grasp on their own mental matter, right? So that everyone else gets your attention. Every family member you got get a piece of your attention, get a piece of your time. And by the time you get out here in what we call the real world, you're going to be the last person to be moving a certain type of way. And then by that time, it's too late, right? And this goes for everything in life, right? Because this is just like business. Life is like business. You have to move efficiently, right? If a woman is playing around, if a woman is wasting my time, if a woman is trying to treat me like a trick instead of her tricking on me, right? I'm blocking her number. I'm getting her away from me, bro. I'm not wasting time. Because see, time and energy, our God gave us that. You know what I'm saying? God gave us that for us to manifest and to be better people, right? But see, what happens is when you fall for the cliche trick, right? The devil in a red dress, right? There was a scene in the Matrix where Neo seen the woman in the red dress, and that's when he got shot, right? Or a gun was to his head when he turned back around, right? These little symbols in these movies, these little signs, literally give you an idea of how the real world works. Nothing's easier to distract a man than a woman, bro. There's not one thing on fucking planet Earth easier and most likely to distract a man but a woman. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm sure all you guys have seen that shit for year in and year out. Y'all just wasn't paying attention. That's why I say your focus and your attention. You hear it across the dating industry. Guys say, oh, she's an attention whore. Oh, this, that, and the third. You see it across the board. Women will not even give you no ass, but they will steal and rob you for your attention. I'm telling you, they'll do anything for money and attention, right? So, guys, you have to be level headed. You have to be thorough. You have to be a thorough breed, a thoroughbred person. You cannot be like the 95% because everybody has a sob story. Everybody wants sympathy. If you take your attention away, then you get rich. She don't get rich from you taking your attention away, right? She gotta fucking suck. But you get rich. Now, if she focused on herself, it'd be the same thing, right? That's what's going on out here. When women focus on themselves, they get a job or they get a raise or they get whatever. And then that makes the guy who is not focused on himself an attention whore. It's the same thing on both sides of the fucking spectrum. And that's why women will always try to belittle guys, fellas. They will always hit you with that shit. Hold on. You speaking for yourself, right? MJ, what you mean I'm speaking for myself? No fucking duh. I'm speaking for myself and for anybody who resonate with the message. And if you don't resonate, then this video ain't for you, man. See that? That's a distraction. That's an attention whore. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would I be on my channel speaking for somebody else? I'm a guy. I'm speaking for guys, right? So if you don't resonate with what I'm saying, then tell me. Be like, bro, I don't resonate. You feel me? My life go this way, and tell me why. You feel me? Don't try to make it seem like you better than somebody. And I'm really putting niggas down on game. At the end of the day, like I said, if you that question was a dumbass question because everything in life is about energy and resonance. If you don't resonate with something, then the message ain't for you. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple. If I try to over explain that to you, then I look stupid because you're not even resonating on what I'm saying. Now I'm moving the goalpost to come look to aid and support this dumbass. This is what I'm telling you in the first place. People, it's not even just women, it's just dumbasses that the devil uses weak vessels and dumbass people to get attention from people who might lend it. Might lend it. You know what I'm saying? You can't I'm not mad. You can't be mad because that's how the universe works. It's just like if you got money. If you weak and you get money, somebody will try you for your money. You know what I'm saying? If, this is how biology has it, chat. You have to be on point because you will be distracted, and a distracted man is basically not a man at all. There's no difference between a man and a woman if that man is distracted. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The man is the head, right? We used to have order in America where the Bible told us it's straight to our face, like, okay, the man is the head. Now we're trying to rewrite the fucking, the fucking nature and shit, and at the end of the day, focus is the only thing we got. That's the real currency. Attention and focus. What leads to money? Putting all your focus on your goal. Staying on that goal for a set amount of time or hours consistently, which is the key word, consistently, right? So, guys, I'm telling you, food is not the distraction. Food could become an addiction, but food is not the distraction. I'll even say porn ain't even a distraction, really. It's women, bro. It's the women that don't like you that's distraction. The women that like you aren't really a distraction. The women that like you can't distract you because they're actually who God is putting there on purpose to actually make your shit work out the right way. So the women that really like you, and this is where every guy is having their issues, right? Because like I said about the Matrix, the scene in the Matrix, bro, all the women got to do is be curvy, beautiful, or have on a red dress. All she got to do is have nice lips, nice hips, nice something. right? Trust me, I've been there, chat. I've been there for years. I would say since like middle school till recently, to very recently, have I just woke up. Have I just woke up because let me tell y'all something. We're the head, bro. The woman is the rib or whatever the fuck. But we're the head, bro. That means that our brain must work. That means we must be smart. We can't, we can't one day wake up and lose some brain cells. We can't one day wake up and be not smart or make stupid decisions. We gotta be smart. We gotta be so smart. Look, God is within us. God stems from the man. God's God's consciousness stems from our consciousness. This is why God put the woman next to the man, because not the man next to the woman, because that's how nature is. That's it's like trying to explain nature don't even make sense, because it's like if y'all don't get that, then how the fuck can I tell y'all, how many ways can I break that down? Like, and this is the problem. If a woman don't want to be feminine, right? The game is over. The game is literally over. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. I see why women adapt to be tough. I see why they do what they do. The edibles hit too hard, my man. What the fuck are you saying? What am I not saying? How don't you understand what I'm saying? If everything I'm saying is biology, how don't y'all understand? It's not that people don't understand what I'm saying. They want to fight the truth. Make sure you hit that sub button. There's 15 of y'all in here, man. Make sure you hit that sub. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Adam? Distractions, distractions, distractions. Holyfield, Holyfield, Holyfield. Listen, y'all gonna be distracted like a motherfucker. If you're in a fight, if you're in a boxing match, you need to be seeing. If you fighting Muhammad Ali, if you fighting Holyfield, if you fighting Tyson, you gotta have your feet grounded. You gotta be planted. Life is like a boxing match, bro. You cannot take your eyes off the prize. And see, when I say your eyes, I'm talking about your pineal gland. I'm talking about your third eye. If the second that you lose your base, you're cooked. Spiritual attacks be nonstop. It's the spiritual that shows up in the manifest in the physical. You see what I'm saying? So like when your phone ring and you pick up your phone and you're like, yo, who is this? And it's a chick playing games on your phone. That was that was the physical. That was the physical. It came into the physical and it tried to play with your head. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I told you, the man is the head of the household. The devil works in mysterious ways. They said God worked in mysterious ways, but they didn't tell us the devil worked in mysterious ways. They said the devil come to steal, kill, and destroy, but they didn't say he worked in mysterious ways. It's the same reciprocal, same coin, just the heads and the tails. If God could do it, so can he. Right? If light could do it, so can dark. The dark could give you a gift. The dark could gift you. It could bless you. It could give you a girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying, chat? Yeah, God is good all the time, but what I'm saying is that God and the devil want to be like God, so you can't tell the difference. Devil ain't being mysterious, it's flooding the zone right now. What you mean flooding the zone right now? Break that down. Because I'm not trying to be too religious. I'm not trying to be too religious, but you got to understand that it's the same coin, just two different sides of the same coin. When something pop up in your reality, see, the biggest trick that the human species fall for is that, what you mean we under attack? He's not hiding. Well, a part of hiding is being directly in your face. So, like I said, man, Only a female live in fear. I never live in fear because that's to be sick before getting sick. It's the fall before the fall. You got to believe in it to be achieving it. I'm not believing it. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all talking about, but whatever y'all talking about, I don't dodge certain shit in my life multiple times, like multiple times. I'm not saying that I'm gonna dodge everything, but what I'm saying is that whatever it is just not something I'm willing to indulge in. Just like I said, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But listen, distraction. See, people don't understand the value of focus and attention. What you place your attention on is what's going to put you in detention. Your attention leads to detention and then eventually suspension. You see what I'm saying? So that's why women are of the indirect and men are of the direct because women will distract the fuck out of you. See, I can't beat you straight up, but I could beat you by distracting you a million times. If I distract you, it's death from a million cuts. If every time you turning around you can't even think because I'm doing some noisy shit or I'm messing with you, I'm bothering you, I'm doing all this indirect shit, and then there's no intervenience, right? The fathers are not in the house. There's no intervenience. There's nobody to be a referee. Man, sit your ass down. You go in the fucking room. Know what I'm saying? There's no voice. So now it's a voiceless situation. So now it's a a hopeless situation. You dig what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is the devils of the world ran rampant once the dads was gone because now it's easy to intercept your attention. I can intercept it every time, especially if a person got a lot of followers or especially if a person got a fat ass or you know what I'm saying, something that shines. You dig what I'm saying? So women could easily get niggas. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Are you good enough for heaven? Ever lied or stolen before? Ever lusted or hated anyone before? You intercepted me right now. Stay focused. Yes, stay focused. Shout out to Ross. Stay focused, man. That's what this live stream is really about. This live stream is really about the truth of the matter is that guys lose focus every day. And when you lose focus, you become off balance. And that's the subtle thing that no one is ever going to tell you but me on this chat right now. As soon as you lose focus, you lose your center, you become uncentered. And when you're uncentered, you can be exploited very fast. Very fast. If you're focused, if you're determined, and if you take strategic steps towards whatever it is you got to try to do in life, everything parts ways for you to walk through that path. Like it's like it's like the sea parts ways and you could just walk without getting wet. Because what I'm trying to tell you is your goals are more important than women. But women are gonna try to belittle you on the path. Y'all make sure you hit that sub button. When is GTA 6 releasing? Why are you asking me? Transfer the trust from yourself to the savior. I mean, listen, man, it's only you and the savior. You are the head of the household. Women don't connect to the thing. That's what I'm telling you. So that's not even a real statement you just said. I believe every man is already like God. So even if I'm the one, and this is a trick question. Don't exploit religion. Look at this bug tripping. See what I'm saying? Distraction like a motherfucker. Where are these little bugs coming from, man? Little bitch ass bugs, man. Them little bitch ass bugs, man. I ain't gonna lie. Motherfucker tripping. So God is on our side, right? So when someone says something like, When someone says something like transfer your trust from yourself to the Savior, you're implying that I don't trust the Savior already. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me that I don't trust the Savior? Like you know that I don't trust the Savior. Now you're getting me to explain to myself to you, right? God don't like that. God don't like ugly. God don't want me to explain myself to you. Because by me explaining, it's signaling distrust. I already know me enough to know God lives within me, so I don't explain. You understand what I'm saying? Just like I said with women, women will do that a lot. Women will say something to get you to react to something, and then you lose frame, right? Frame. God is frame. God is frame. God is frame. Hold on, let me see real quick. Bug acting retarded right here. Got you. So yeah, God is frame. Cause when your frame is strong, you are God. Cause you are in His what enlightenment and lightness. He made you like Him. But when you acting soft, you can't be like Him, right? You can't be like a savior if you're really if you need to be saved. This is why women are it's like, oh nah, I can't deal with these niggas because these niggas is soft. Because you're not moving like God. He's with through your body. He's in your veins, in your bones already. You don't need to try to, you don't need to try to do something that I'm not telling people don't strive and don't go to church and don't read the Bible, whatever, right? But it's a personal relationship. It's a lock. It's locked in. A woman is on your side. My relationship with God, her relationship with God is two different relationships. But when she connect to me, she still feel like she connected to God because we're the head of the household at the end of the day. When we connect to her, we should feel like we're connecting to God. And I'm not talking just Christianity. I'm talking whatever your God is. You should still feel like she's a godly woman. She's holy. She don't need me for nothing. She only need me because I'm the man and I got this the vision. I could see shit clearly. You dig what I'm saying, chat? So yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When y'all out here in these streets, it's so much more distractions than there is actual action, right? Even the pimps knew. The pimps knew. Y'all like, how can you talk about God then turn around and talk about pimps? Bro, pimps got God in them too. Let me tell you why, because they're masculine. Let me tell you something. The pimps knew that um they can't be distracted. You can't have a woman if you're like a woman. Hold on, let me see. You have to be able to tame the woman. Because when the woman gets into her chaos, into her feminine chaos, when the woman goes into her moods, when the woman goes into her attitudes and she change and her cycle, you have to be able to stay in your masculine and avoid getting into a devouring interaction that may devour your peace. It may devour y'all peace. You know what I'm saying? The man is supervision. Let me tell you why. If we have a kid, I have to be able to still stand on my 2 feet as a man and have vision. I can't let my son see me arguing with a woman. So why would I do? I'm 30. I don't have no kids. Why would I argue with one today? Why would I explain myself? Why would I bicker? Why would I argue? And that's why I'm telling you it's a distraction from the action. It's a disaction. Arguing with a woman is a disaction. It's not an action. It's dissing action. And men are nothing but pure action all the time. We are action takers. And this is what's happened. The roles reversed. The woman became action. She's like, I'm gonna get up and go to work and do what I gotta do for my kids. Because this bitch ass nigga didn't want to be here, right? So the man has now a bad name. He has a bad reputation in the streets. You know what I'm saying? In these streets, because the son grows up and he's like, man, I don't really fuck with that. And you seen the episode of Fresh Prince? It's like, man, listen, man, it fucked him up, basically. So what I'm saying is the masculine has to be in tune with the masculine. The feminine is just a bystander. They're witnessing how masculine you are. They're not even in this shit. They just acting like they in this shit because they had to. So your knowledge is only gate kept because you was raised under women. So they gate kept it. Oh, I can't tell this nigga that, you know what I'm saying, he needs his dad. Because how the fuck, why would I tell him that shit? Because I'm not fucking with his dad. It don't even make it counterintuitive. But you're his seed. So your genetics are stronger than the game mom can't give you. The genetics are automatically tied in, automatically. And most women are jealous to the point where it's like, oh, now I'm not even going to let him. As soon as you start talking about dad, she's going to get mad. So what I'm basically trying to tell you guys is that y'all guys or guys in general, women are going to always play games and dangle punani over your head because they don't see you as the type of guy that is manly enough. Like I'm trying to tell you, the interactions I have with a few women lately let me know why they act how they act. Is because they're the type of creatures, even us men sometimes, just human beings in general are the type of creatures they need to get checked. Like if you check a woman, she'll like you. But if you like a woman, she'll either check you or not like you. So it's kind of like if you get, I don't know if y'all get what I'm trying to say, but a woman will always, it's like, and I hate to put them in, to compare them to dogs, but it's like training a dog, bro. It's like if your dog, if say like if a dog just ran up in my house right now, I could either act like a bitch or I could act like a man. And if I act like a man, I might be able to put that dog in a submissive role by knowing how to train it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's kind of like what it really boils down to. Because you gotta really read the room and you gotta know how wild is this? Is this gonna bite me? If it's gonna bite me, I'm not fucking with it at all. I'm gonna put it down like a man would. I'm going to when a woman is the type of person, okay, let's just cut to the chase. Let's stop with all this friendly YouTube shit. If a woman is gonna cause you bodily harm, get as far away from her as possible because she's trying to get you to put retaliate in a way where you're gonna go to jail. So that's already a no-go. If y'all are talking or texting any women who are toxic like that, you have zero game. Now, step two, level, this is above ground game. The next level is women who talk back or women who don't text back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little signs of little disrespect and little passive aggressiveness, right? Those things are so close to the first thing that if you're fucking with them, you don't got no game because it's all connected. The second level, this is when you finally are like, I can let my hair down. I could chill out. Your nervous system could relax. When you're dealing with women that actually are healthy, this is when you start to become P because only there's not no pimp on the planet or player who or Mac or whatever they are that's gonna deal with disrespect. I'm telling you that right now. Even a woman texting you slow as hell, acting like you not that nigga, is disrespectful. That's to me worse than just spitting on me or kicking me or some shit. Like and texting you slow is the ultimate disrespect because it's so subtle and so benign that it gets past it goes under people's nose every day. And that's why it's so disrespectful because she's basically saying like I'm trying you. Like I'm trying you in your face, but I'm trying you. Like I said, the devil could be right in front of you, and like the devil has an ego, and the devil has a pride. The devil likes to make people humiliate people. So like I'm sure y'all been around somebody before who was so cocky that they would tease people in their face and still get away with it. So that's an ego game, right? A nice person would never do that. Like the guys I grew up around, like some of them were like that, but like for the most part, that like it was like a kind of like an understanding. Like if I love you, if I fuck with you, I'm not gonna make you feel like I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make you feel. But let me tell you something. As I'm 30 years old now, I understand why people act like that, because when you don't make a person feel like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, they're gonna cook you at some point, because people cook people they look eye to eye with. Like that's like a woman. A woman, if she feels like, okay, this is a man, he should be up here. But as soon as you are relating to a woman, like the video, you can't connect. I mean, you gotta only connect, but don't relate. So if a woman start talking about another man in front of you, don't start talking about that nigga. I don't care who it is. It could be Michael Jordan. It could be Little Herb. It could be. Don't join in, because that's not your conversation. That conversation is being narrated by the feminine, right? You don't got nothing to say about her in the way she's talking about him. I'll talk about her with the homie about the rap that he made, but the way she's about to talk about him, I'm not conversating with that. Now what I'm saying is, why is she getting you in two ways? Why is she even talking about somebody to you in front of you? So what I'm trying to say is, that's what I'm saying. Women have to test men because biology says so. And biology rules. So you shouldn't even hang with women unless they give you some ass. If a woman said, "Oh, I'm in you, we should be friends," well, y'all might as well just start going like this with y'all hands, and understanding that that bitch just left you. She just left you before she had to really leave you. Like if she started fucking with you, she left you now because she knew 5 to 3 months down the line from fucking with you, she was gonna either play you, take you for all that you got, or do some bodily harm to you. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna just cut him off today. And you should be like, thank God, you know what I'm saying? Like every time a chick cuts you off, you should be like, thank God, because I don't want nobody around me that's not aligned with the program, with the way your life really is and the way it's going. You should not want anything mixed into that's not, solid, or not like mutual. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be mutual. And that's one thing that I feel like even I had to work on a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with my ism. Because like I said, when you go out here and you say, I'm gonna talk to women that's 7 and up, if she's a 7, 8, 9, and 10, you're already kind of judging them by a book by a cover. So you gotta really be careful, because you gotta be careful because like from my perspective, from what I've seen over the last couple months, chat, all women are different. And some women are very good looking and they're humble. Most aren't, but some are. And some women, like, bruh, like, I can't even make this shit up. Like, they all different. That's all I could say. Like, because if I was to go into that too much, it's hard to explain it, because it's like everybody's an individual. So it's really no way to explain that. You understand what I'm saying, chat? It's no way to explain that, because it's really like, looks don't have nothing to do with how cocky somebody about to be. Not even gonna lie to you. Or how much pride or ego. And this is one thing I hate in women, is the pride and the ego. It doesn't make sense, because you know what I'm saying? Ever since I was growing up as a kid, I knew beautiful women that were very nice, very nice, like very nice. So I don't know how we got to this point where now it's 2026, and like you could be a fried dumpling and be just the most cockiest, you know what I'm saying? The most cockiest chick on the block. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, because my cutoff skills are so thorough. But it's like, you gonna dig what I'm saying? My shit's so thorough, but I had to learn the game to be able to cut you off like that. I couldn't cut you off as a whippersnapper. I had to learn. But see, when I was real young, I was even worse, because I wouldn't even fuck with you. I feel like when I was young, I had some pretty chicks that liked me, and that if you was a little funny looking, I was gonna fry you up. I wasn't gonna talk shit about you, but I was going if I knew you liked me, and someone told me, oh, she like you, I'm like, man, if listen, nah, I'm good, right? And that's actually the right mindset, and let me tell you why. See, now that I'm 30, being 30 meant nothing. I had to learn game. And I reverted back and I remember who I once was when I was young. Some people may thought I was cocky, but I was never cocky. Maybe a little arrogant. But what I'm telling you is that don't let nobody get beside themselves when you're in these streets. Because any human will do that. There's not one human that I don't think I have witnessed not ever get out of pocket. But there's not one human being that if you don't let them, you let something slide and they start sliding and figure eighting all around. You have to put a woman in her place or not. It's better not to because the world we live in, people want to get revenge so bad that just by you calling somebody out, like, man, you ain't even all that. You now they think you talking shit, but you really just responding adequately to the shit the way they acting. See, it's a guy who's like talking shit like, man, fuck you, bitch, I ain't want you anyway. But then there's a guy that's really just humbling her, like, man, you ain't even. They both hurt. So the woman, like I told y'all, man, back in the day, women could take that type of shit. Nowadays, they be too weak. So they'll feel like, then I gotta respond, I gotta retaliate, I gotta go get my brother. Chat GPT is wise, and it certainly won't lie. Don't want to waste time here. Goodbye. What's the word, Mooch? Topic is distractions. And you notice, chat, everything I was just saying. Shout out to Mooch for bringing me back to the topic because see how that connects and see how those two different worlds line up. I was just talking all that about like entertaining women that aren't really with the program shit, and then all of that's a distraction. Like so, basically, Mooch just made me remember the key word was distraction, right? But you see how elaborative a nigga could go on just something that is something you shouldn't even do in the first place. So what I'm saying is when you entertain bullshit, that bullshit goes further and further and becomes a big bubble of bullshit. And then at the end of the day, when you pop that bubble, you go back to the main point, and then you realize that all women are like that. What I'm telling you is that this is the main point of the video, man. I've been learning game. I'm not gonna say I know everything about game. I don't know everything, right? I'm learning like y'all learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning as I'm giving it, sauce. But one thing is for fucking certain is that your distracted ass is gonna lose against the guy that's not distracted. And the only way not being distracted is when you start winning. See, you can't kill a distraction because a distraction is something that's universally implanted in the universe. It's something that's traditionally historically here. Like a distraction, like I just heard a noise over here somewhere. It sound like the fucking mouse or some shit. That's a distraction. Like it don't gotta be a woman. It could be anything that takes your mind off of the basics. You can go so far in life with basics. You don't even need it. You need salt and pepper, and you can eat good. You don't need all that shit. Women like men. So all you gotta do is work on being more man, more manly, less soft. If you do that for 3 months at a time, you're gonna automatically surplus and surpass every guy out there, right? Because most guys act soft. And it's it's so simple that I can't believe it. I can't believe it, bro. Because we're the head of the household. Once you lose your IQ, the whole house is in trouble. The man must always be smart. He must always have eyesight. He must always have his third eye unlocked. He must never be having fluoride in his toothpaste. He must never. How can he control that in this world is so messy? This world is so messy. The food industry is fucked up. It's not easy. Even me, I try to eat healthy every day. It's not easy. You could backslide any moment. And when you backslide, you're gonna feel crazy. You're gonna feel crazy because you're like, man, as a man, how did I let myself backslide? But you gotta remember the fact of the matter is this: you're not perfect, right? See, if you backslide in front of a woman, she's gonna do what? She's gonna lose a little bit of respect for you. But if no woman is there, you could pick yourself back up and try again. Shout out to Aaliyah, R.I.P. Aaliyah. You can dust yourself off and try again. Why are guys so attractive when they first meet a woman, but then 3 years of messing with the woman, she see all your flaws? Man and woman was never supposed to live together. They were supposed to reproduce together. That's two different things. I could be way over in Texas, meet a chick way over in California, I mean, way over in New York, and then we link up, create a kid, and then stay in touch. But that don't mean I have to fucking be around you every day. You guys bought into the traditional marriage, and y'all spend all y'all time around a woman who barely like you, and you can't even get women. So she gonna lose respect off of that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know what's Will Smith's problem. He could get women. He could get women. I don't know why he failed. But I'm telling y'all right now, when a woman, when you first meet a woman, you have nothing but a blank canvas in front of you. It's nothing but gold. Like, you gotta thank God. When you first meet a new woman and she's a little submissive for you, y'all like, yo, God, thank you for this. I'm about to, hey, we about to turn up another notch. Shout out to Party Next Door. We about to turn it up another notch. I'm telling you, your brain cells gotta start sparking. Where's these bugs coming from, bro? What the fuck, bro? I swear to God, these bugs look weird too. And they not easy to kill, like. But what type of bug is this though? Like where are them shits coming from, bro? Fucking weird ass bugs. But yeah, man. So anyway, you're gonna always be distracted, chat, because at the end of the day, the news is distracting you, the phone is distracting you, the porn is distracting you, the food is distracting you, uh, uh, and the women are distracting you, and that's when the world came to an end. I'm not gonna hold you, because at the end of the day, back in the early 2000s, women were not distracting you, they were trying to reproduce with you. A woman that texts you and then randomly goes ghost when things are about to get popping is a distraction. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, she never was into you like that, and oh, she just, she would. I don't give a fuck what she doing and what she thinking or what she feeling or what she did. It was a distraction. Now, eh, now here's the catch 22. It's not so much the distraction. It's more so, why do you care that okay, a woman was about to let you crush. She never pulled up. But this is where the game and the rubber meets the road, right? Because the guy with game does not give a fuck. But this is what I'm telling you. That's even a distraction. That's even a distraction, because you giving a fuck was something your mom put in you, not dad. Dad didn't give a fuck. Dad didn't give a fuck. How you think your little ass got here? Dad didn't give a fuck. And this is what the moms don't know. Shout out to Mother's Day, but they don't know when they talking to their son. They don't know how their dad got their ass. They just say, "Oh, your dad was cute." They don't know how he got the ass though. It wasn't just because he was cute. Yeah, that was the open of the door, but it was also, he was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they don't tell you, because a woman can't understand the nature of the man. She can she can experience it, right? Like when you hear a good Chief Keef song, you don't know what made that nigga like that, how why he got so good at making music. You just love the music. You love the end result. You don't know the struggle of it. You don't know how it came to be, right? Well, I remember listening to Chief Keef in high school. First of all, the shit grew on me. I'm like, this shit kind of trash. But then it's like it grows on you. And that's the same thing with the woman and the man. The woman don't understand that the same thing they hate about us ends up becoming something way greater inside of their subconscious beliefs because they think they can, oh, I want a man that's 6 foot. I want a guy like this. He has to be perfect. And he has to do this and that. And when they're saying that, y'all stupid ass is letting them tell you that. So what you doing? You intaking feminine information inside of your bodily, and then what does that do? Cause bodily harm because they're too opinionated. In the early 2000s, they didn't have an opinion. It was starting with Jerry Springer, Maury. It was the beginning of the end. There's another bug in this bitch. And them motherfuckers make sure I see them too. They making sure that I see them, chat. They making sure that they get up around. They're making sure. But yeah. So yeah, like y'all gotta understand, man. Trying to get a woman is like trying to catch a butterfly. Trying to get a woman is like trying to catch a butterfly. You dig what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is that you can't catch a butterfly. You have to become a gardener, make a garden, and then let the fucking butterfly come into the garden, right? And that's what a lot of guys, that's where a lot of guys get distracted. It was why this video came to be, because at the end of the day, life is a journey, not a destination, right? We're here for a fun time, not a long time, right? So when you come to earth, you got to know what you value as a man. This is why guys have a split focus. This is why guys have what the video I made, fragmented focus, because they got what their mom tells them to do to get a woman. Oh, you got to be a nice guy. You got to be a gentleman. You got to, don't be an asshole. Literally, literally, they'll tell you don't be an asshole. Literally. And the truth of the matter is this: whenever I got women, I was literally not being literally like mean to her, but I was being free from her opinion. And I didn't care what she thought at all. If I did care what she thought, I would be moving kind of like like um like permissive. Like I would be waiting for her to give me the okay to do this or to do that. Now there was times where yeah, you're in high school, whatever, you're nervous, and the woman likes you so much that she's still going to be permissible. We're like, oh well, like I don't have certain chicks damn near be the dominant one, like to where they're like, oh, do you want to do this right now? Do you want to do that right now? And on one hand, I just think that's what happens when they're that attracted to you. But on another hand, man, when you don't got no game, that's not helping you learn any of it. So how do you learn it? Right? You have to learn it. You earn it. You learn it. You learn it through acquiring knowledge about how to be more sexually confident. Because here's the truth, chat. Distractions manifest when you are not taking action. So whenever I call a woman, text a woman, tell her let's link up, I'm not distracted because I'm on point. But the second that I allow the woman to upheaval and have an opinion, all the fucking bridges burn down because she was never supposed to have an opinion. Her opinion is voided by nature. God don't want her to have an opinion. It's not even me. People will blame the man. Oh, like he's an asshole. Like I said, no, he's not an asshole. He's God's creation. So God created him to not follow your lead. You can't get mad at him. He didn't do anything. He's supposed to renege when you say, oh, let's do this instead. Let's go get ice cream. I know you want to do this, but let's do that. Women fuck up their own shit every day. It's called incompatibility, chat. Incompatibility within itself is the biggest distraction. And see, when you got game, you become the one who pulls the fire alarm. You pull the fire. You pull the fire alarms so that we can all evacuate this shit. You don't wait for them to do that shit no more because you're like, man, this bitch is already fucking up. She's already fucking up. The least you could do is tell her she fucking up though. That's where I'm at with it. Like if a chick fucking up, at least I like now that I have enough game, I can be a whistleblower and like a referee. Like on our way out, like I'm not fucking with you, but on our way out, you're gonna be a widow for the rest of your life. What do you mean? Why? How listen, you're not. You don't like to listen. You like to tell the beta male what to do. So you're gonna get a beta male, and you're not gonna want him. So you're gonna be a widow. That's common sense, but common sense is surely not going to be common to women because they're the type of creatures that got to see it to believe it. So they got to wait all the way till they're 60 and they be like, oh, well, that's when they get mad and they're like, oh, well, I'll just die alone. Fuck it. If nobody don't want me, then fuck it. But what I'm telling you is that if they was being really smart, they would have never did that. But they need a man to lead them out of blindness. They need a man to lead them out of blindness. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're blind, you can't lead them because you're blind. So you have to have. This is why women are smart. And this one thing when they say I want a God fearing man because they know that your third eye is connected to the Bible, information in the Bible. So when you start reading that book, you become enlightened. It don't like I'm not saying religion is the end all be all, but you become enlightened more than you would be if you were just in the streets or doing something else. And because of that, she can actually look to you and trust. That's the key word right there, trust. It's on a dollar bill. You can't really do nothing relationship wise without trust. So she says, okay, and that takes her nervous system to like a calm level. Like, all right, well, I don't gotta do too much because this nigga really on man timing. Opposed to if he was just out here at the strip club every day, eating, going to Waffle House, eating chicken and waffles, and trying to fit in with the crowd, right? So there's that, right? And a woman, and this is why y'all men have to know who you are and who you're not, because when you know who you are, you're gonna get more women. If you're the fit into the crowd type of nigga, go ahead and do that. But if you're the I was raised a certain type of way, I have more morals type of guy. Everybody has morals, but knowing your own morale gets you women off GP because first of all, you're gonna reduce the amount of toxicity. Like so, if you're a good guy and you know that, then you won't have trouble because you're like, I don't really want that. I don't want Megan Thee Stallion. I don't want just because she look good or whatever. Here's the problem though, chat. There's always going to be this woman, and this woman's going to piss you off. The one that's really a good girl, like you're a good guy, she's a good girl, but she wants to fit in. That's where that shit goes left because she wants to fit in. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you got to be the type of guy that will, I don't want to say tear a woman down, but you got to kind of have that thought process of like, take it or leave it. Because it's like, if she's going to try to deduce your worth through what other people think, she's going to deduce your worth through what other people think, not what she think, what other people think. So there can only be one head leader per, populace, whatever. And I always say, if her mom could tell her what to do, you're cooked. If her friend could tell her what to do, you're cooked. If her sister could tell her what to do, you're cooked. Because soon as y'all get into an argument, she's gonna run to one of them, and one of them are gonna say, "Oh, girl, if I was you, I wouldn't deal with that." Or they're gonna say anything. Just by saying anything is already dishonorable because Listen, man. When you're in a relationship, that woman has to understand that you're God. You're really like God. You're really up there with God because even if she was to go to her mom and y'all was arguing and she said something like, "Oh, that's not good that he acting like that," she might not even mean no harm. But that one comment is showing her daughter, I got your back. Meaning it's two is they're against you, right? It's not your girl fault that her mother's gonna say the stupid shit, but it's just the fact that at the end of the day, perfection is all we can do as men. We gotta get women that's perfect, chat. I'm not gonna lie. The women have to be perfect. They have to be smart, not perfect, but it's like intelligent women. Because health and intelligence go together. So she got to be. This is why I like women that shop at Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. I already know me and a woman gonna have static depending on how she eat. I'm quick to tell a woman you looking at all the wrong things. You trying to see how much money I got. You trying to see if I could take you out on a date. You're trying to clock my financial tea. And truth of the matter is, I'm not giving you shit. And then she gonna get mad because truth of the matter is, I'm under the suspicion you're not highly interested. Because if you was highly interested, the conversation would never come to this point. Women will try to mold you into a trick, but the truth of the matter is, if the shoe don't fit, I'm not gonna wear it. Hold on, let me see. How about everyone just respect and treat each other like human beings? How about it? You know what I'm saying? How about it? Like I said, how about that? If everybody is a human being, then you answered your own question. If people want to treat people like they're beneath them, then that's the energy they're going to get in return. And that's my whole point. If a woman is texting you, but she's texting you like, hey, like, I don't really like you, but I'm texting you. Why are you even texting me? Why did you give me your number? Because I asked for it? So you mean to tell me if I ask for some pussy, I can get that too? So why you give me your number? Because now I'm asking you for some pussy. So somebody didn't teach her that one thing leads to the next. Somebody didn't teach her that. But this is what I'm saying. If you're if she can't even use adult words like no, I'm okay. I'm not interested. Then she needs guidance. She needs guidance. And I'm not saying she needs guidance from me or whoever, but she needs guidance. She needs a dad or something because she's just doing shit. Like I said, and that's what women do. They just do shit. And it's not treat each other like humans. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to treat you like a human. I want to treat you like a goddess. But I can't treat you like a goddess because you're too busy being a human. See, when you deduce yourself to a human, then you that's when you start saying shit like, oh, all couples argue. All couples go through this. You're deducing yourself to a human. Who told you you was a human? When human beings could do superhuman shit. So how are we human? Why would I treat you like a human? I'm trying to treat you like a star. But I can't treat you like a star because you're too busy being a human. You see what I'm saying? Vocabulary is important, chat. Watch how you talk, because how you talk is how you walk. Too many games and imaginary competition. Most people treat it with respect and respectful back. Pimps and what? Internal issues plenty. Your ego will crash you. This isn't. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You have an imaginary audience. Nah, he has 11 people viewing. I show speed, send. I agree, but you also shouldn't get used to toxic people cutting things off, because then you aren't gonna be prepared when they don't cut it off. What you mean? What you mean? Battery? What you mean, battery? Listen, I don't know when I said that. I don't know when I said I'm used to toxic people cutting something off, because at the end of the day, a toxic person is somebody who you should cut off. And in fact, a toxic person is somebody who you can see from across the street in many cases. This is why I tell guys it don't take 3 months to a year to vet somebody. I could vet you on day one. I can. I can't speak for every other guy. I could vet you when I first meet you. Cause if you're a disrespectful bitch, then you're probably moving like one on the first day. You don't change like that. You're not like that. You're not like that. You're not like that. Just like a lot of people in the chat, they come in questioning how much they I know, and they question like a lot of things off the rip because they're not really for me. You know, a person that's for you don't even disrespect you when they first meet you. So it's already vetted right there. It's already telling me a sign right there. This video is just a wake up call for guys who feel like they keep missing that sign and they keep going into texting women, and women are showing you who the fuck they are off the rip. Y'all motherfuckers just don't got the IQ, the game IQ. You gotta have game IQ to see this shit. And that's why I tell you how to approach 15 women a day, because you gotta be in the field in order to actually pick up on what they putting down. Because a woman will basically be in your face and play in your face, because at the end of the day, that's all she can do with somebody who's not up on game. This ain't about women, this is about humanity. Because at the end of the day, any human will try any human. So when you got IQ, you just look at the woman and you say, you know what, this bitch already tried me. See, it's us that give second and third and fourth and five chances. We don't want to give extra chances, because why? Because you don't got a lot of women. You're living in scarcity. You're trying to build abundance, but you can't really get over that hump because your game is not solid yet. When your game becomes solid, hump becomes a chump. That hump that you're trying to jump over becomes a chump, a little ass grain of sand that you just walk over on a daily basis. That's why women are eating so good. They're like, man, these niggas ain't got no game. They ain't got no game. So they think you a trick just because you ain't got no game. And I can't say they're wrong, because they got the right at that point to decide what to do with you, because you have no direction, you have no leadership skills, you're not sexually dynamic. Like, you don't know what to do in the bedroom, you don't know how to escalate nothing. Everything stays flat, monotone, and like a friendship. So then why wouldn't I just be like, oh well, he approached me, I'm not that sexually interested, why don't I get some money? Or why don't I get my nails done? Or why don't I get a pizza? Or why don't I get some attention, which is the easiest one? I don't need to get a pizza, or maybe I got a job already. But everybody wants attention. That's what I say. The word, the distractions is what kills the average person out here, because attention is currency. They don't need to go in your pockets, man. In fact, they don't want to go in your pockets if you're not sexually attractive, because going in your pockets, they know. That's why some women will say, "Oh, you want to take me on a date? I'll pay for myself. I'll go, but I'll pay for myself," because they don't even want your money at that point, because you have no game. If you have game, they still don't. They say, "Fuck your money. I want that D." Yeah, because they'll take attention from anybody, but Sometimes you can't even get that. They don't even want that. What they want is attention from a guy that get women. Attention from a guy that get women is like priceless. That's like true religion. Like you could get some Levi's, you could get some even Tommy. I don't know. You get some nice jeans, but true religion costs 100, 200. That's a different type of gene. You know what I'm saying? Different type of gene, and that's how it feel when she knows that you get bitches. Cause she's like, nah, this nigga on another level. So by him even giving me a drop of his attention, it's like I don't gotta talk to no losers because I don't need them niggas. So you're really freeing her from her slavery of losers. She's in a dungeon full of losers until you come around with some game. And that's why a guy with game is gonna always get the bitch. Or even a handsome man sometimes. But it just depends how she think about that guy. But this is why people say looks is not the first thing because it's really how you behave, it's really how you move, it's really your aura, it's really your energy, and it's really your mouthpiece. Because when they realize, and it's more than that, it's not even that, it's your stockpile. Do you have a stockpile of women you could call right now and make shit go down? Because if you do, she's not gonna be able to even sit at the table at all. Think about the science of this shit, the physics. If I'm sitting at a lunch table, do I want to sit down? I'm already sitting down. That tells me you got no bitches because I'm already sitting down. But if I can't sit at that lunch table, I need to get to that table. I want to get to that table because it's been secluded from me. I need to get it because I can't get it. That's when you see a woman chasing a guy because that guy is not easy. Women have beaten, and I'm not going to say just women, but the system and women as a combination have beaten the average guy down to a point where he gives away all of his attention for free. He gives away all of his attention for free. He doesn't understand. He doesn't value himself. He doesn't have self esteem. He doesn't even eat healthy. That's the bare minimum. That's the entry level to this shit. Because you need energy, bro. And you need to preserve your energy and stop letting women drain your energy. What about when they hit you with that I need space shit? Man, give them some space. Give them some space. Man, y'all, I cut them off at any Disney game they play. It only takes one time to learn. Many people can't regulate themselves, nor can they analyze themselves and take accountability. Many people can't regulate themselves, nor can they analyze themselves and take accountability. You're right. I mean, yeah, that's basically what it really is. You look very cute today. Appreciate you. Save them tears and all that. You took me as a joke, and look who really need who. Type shit. Just pay for it. Definitely game. Oh yeah, and the same goes for men too. I had women I done wrong, and once they gone and got too much respect for themselves, you lost. What's good, Mark? A wise man knows that he can change and can't change when the road meets a wall. Be your own man, make your own way, bro. Ain't got nothing to do with being hard or soft. Break out the baking soda. What you mean by that, Mooch? Have a lot of money. you get the woman. That's true though. I ain't gonna lie, and I know that shit is like borderline tricking, low key, or whatever people want to. But at the end of the day, money has always been something that's gonna. It's because it signals security, and it just makes you look more handsome. Like my nigga Quavo said, is it because a nigga handsome and wealthy? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, money really one of them things. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of guys who get used for their money and then they feel stupid. So it's a catch 22 at the end of the day. You still got to have. My whole thing is here's money and here's self respect. Self respect beats out money. At least I can't even say over 50% of the time. It's 50-50. But self respect is something that I value more than money. So at the end of the day, I could get a bitch with my words because I will renege on even like I will my standards and like my morals will like make me talk. I'll talk shit before I pay for something. So what I mean by that is like women will try to. This is why I made the video the other day. What is she asking you to like give to be her? Because women will get you with what I call the silent ultimatum. They're not verbalizing it, but they're kind of hinting at it like, oh, well, do you have a job? What she's basically saying in womanese is, I'm not fucking with somebody that don't got their own bag because I want to be a passenger princess. I want to be blank. I want to be blank. And when women make I statements, they're saying, I matter more than you. What I want is more important than what any nigga want because they listen to Megan Thee Stallion and they were let off of a cliff. And they don't have any respect for men. Because if they did, they will understand that a man could make less money than you. A man could not have a car and he could still be the best option. And not to mention, he could be on the come up. He might not be piss poor broke, but he's not buying you anything. So chivalry ain't dead, but women got to understand patience and they don't have it. A lot of money you could, could I bum a cig? You sound like whoever cares, yes. Whoever cares more loses. Exactly. That's why game is actually not only important, but it's basically the DNA of life. It's oxygen. Because how can you not care? Because you approached her. And even if you didn't care, women are trained to call out what you did that signals that you care more because they are competitive creatures. So you have to always be grounded because a grounded man comes across like he doesn't care. Like when I'm grounded, I don't care. But when I'm ungrounded, I think I fall for the trick of like maybe like why? Like it's easy to fall into the spell of thirst or the spell of lust or the spell of hunger or it's easy to fall into damn like um the spell of famine. Your phone drier than a fucking bag of chips. Your phone is just dry. And so it makes her seem more sexy than what she really is. It makes it seem that way, bro. So when you say whoever cares most loses, women don't care until you give them a reason. That's the difference. The man approached her, so it's evident that he wants something. She don't know what it is though. That's why she's fucked because she don't know why you really want her. She's like, well, maybe it's because he wants me because of my looks. That's the only logical thing they could come up with. And they know they work on their looks. They hit the gym. See, women are the original looks maxers. Men just started looks maxing, but women, that's all they ever knew. So really, they're easy to figure out because all you have to do is have a logical conversation with that woman about ethics and morals, and that'll be that's the playing field where you could checkmate her. You can't checkmate her when it comes to like a lot of times just making her want to sleep with you more than you want to sleep with her, because that's already like in her mind she's like, well, I didn't even approach you, so what make you think I want to sleep with you? So she's already taking a defensive stance. So but like when you make the interaction about like how many of these fucking bugs in this house, bro? Fuck. When you make it more about respect, like you feel me, a woman start to respect you, bro, because like I said, if you just go with whatever she say, basically what I'm trying to say, like, so I'm gonna give you an example so it don't sound like I'm saying a bunch of bullshit. So if you approach a chick, technically that's not about her, but she's gonna try to frame it like, well, oh, well, you approached me, but really I approached you because I'm a man and I'm just doing what a man does. So really, it's still even, but she's gonna try to get you right there. But look, what I'm saying is, once you correct her on that, like, or don't correct her, but when you make it more like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, I find you attractive and whatnot, but you breeze over it and keep talking. What she'll do is she'll keep trying to resort back to her base, which is um, all men are chasing all women, and all women have to decide from this mountaintop what type of man is worthy of my vagina. That's their, I want to say playbook, but that's their psychology. And your psychology is your choice. This is what they fail to realize when they deal with men. Now they realize it because they don't dealt with guys, but in the past that were cocky, that had self belief, that were grounded, that had self esteem, that did not take none of their bullshit, and they were actually in love with those guys. Or here's another thing: they either love or hate you. But when they hate you, it's the same thing. Two different sides of the same coin. That's why I say don't get distracted, because everything a woman says is a distraction. It's a disaction. Why you think when a woman start talking, you start doubting yourself? When you approached her, you was fully confident, and then after she started talking, she made you feel like you there's a chance that she could cut you off. But until she started talking, she's actually not going to let you know, because women mask their feelings, that she's feeling the fact that she doesn't have to talk. The fact that you're talking and you're doing all the fucking heavy lifting. See, because what guys don't realize is her nervous system will be liking something, but her brain is conditioned to go against her own blessing, right? Because you could be the guy of her dreams, but have y'all ever seen Medea with that light skinned nigga with the braids when he was talking to the chick? He was her blessing, but um she was so busy, like she was dealing with that guy, and she was like a diary of a mad black woman, basically, real shit. And she was basically just like, man, like, I'm not about to let another nigga in. But see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't realize why y'all get rejected, basically what I'm trying to tell you. There's a deeper story behind it. Like, so a lot of women are obviously not going to tell you that, because that makes them vulnerable. Because if I tell you that I'm a bitter bitch, then how do I get to run game at all? I'm just open again with a new nigga. I might as well just stay closed and reject, because that's easy. Because I don't know who's next up. I don't know what's coming, but I know this guy right here was an asshole, whatever. When y'all approach women, y'all don't even think about the fact that there was guys before you and after you, whatever. And all of that matters, because you got to think about how are you showing up when every text message you send, everything you say. I don't mind being quote unquote thirsty or looking like I want her bad in certain situations, but it has to be reciprocated. If I feel like it's one sided, then I'll slow that shit down and go back into um respect. It has to be respect at that point, because that's what's missing. Because she think I'm kissing her ass. So you have to know how to shift gears when the conversation is being exploited by the feminine terrain, because sometimes they will misread and they'll treat you like a goofy because you're giving them attention. And she's saying, I don't know the difference between you and them. Man, fire them brain cells and find out where they coming from. Get that ant killer spray it around your building. Yeah, man, that shit crazy. What's good, Jay? What's good, Eli? How you feeling today, bro? Yeah, man, we taking over the nighttime. We might go live tomorrow too during the day, but we taking over the nighttime because it's time to just get back focused, get back in that bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just about that time, bro. Shout out to all the 14 people in here. Make sure y'all hit that sub button. But bro, distractions are everything. Y'all gotta like that's literally ground level to game. But once you stop getting distracted, you're gonna get more money, more women, more sex automatically. And so then at that point, you're playing with a real chessboard, not a fake chessboard. When you're distracted, you're playing with a fake chessboard. So you're getting rejected almost like automatically. And then even if you get the number, they're not going to text you because you don't know what to say. And your text is going to be fucked up. Your texting game is going to be trash. You're not going to be as penetrable, like penetrative. You're not going to be as penetrative as you would be if you didn't have anchors tied to your fucking boots, tied to your ankles. And that's life. Many men have invisible anchors tied to their feet. They're trapped. They're trapped, chat. And when they talk to women, the woman is like, wait, I can swim around freely. Why does it seem like this nigga can't? Well, that guy has internal issues. I always tell you how to journal. Journaling is medicine because it creates internal movement and structure at the same time. It cleans you from, like it cleans you in a way. It cleanses the thought process. It makes things clear that are unclear. A woman is an unclear creature. So how can you beat somebody who you're enmeshed with? And that's a therapeutic term. We know enmeshment is when say she gets mad and then you feel mad, or say she gets mad and then you're trying to figure out why she's mad. You're enmeshed. You're not differentiated. Differentiated means she got mad and I stayed cool because I'm a man. Now it's feminine masculine polarity. Now the argument won't come out of that because she won't even argue with somebody who, because we matter too. We're a part, we're half of the equation. The masculine is half of the equation. So what I'm saying is journaling does that for me. It makes me focus and put my mind on my feet and say, where are you standing in this back and forth conversation? Because you could just stop texting a bitch right now. Like if a bitch is saying something to y'all that y'all don't like, you don't have to text her back, and you don't have to feel like, damn, I'm missing out on a bitch. No, you're not. You're missing out on a heart attack. You're missing out on a headache. You're missing out on a mistake that a real P would never even make. You're missing out on something. See, nothing felt better to me than to be able to predict my enemy's moves. Nothing felt better than that, bro. Nothing feels better than missing out on something that could have done harm to you. Not even bodily, but just stress or just like when you could see a woman about to play with you and you just like, all right, um, you either stop texting her or you say something that's so like almost like a neg to where she's like, oh, this motherfucker is actually checking me right now. That's way better than trying to acquiesce or try to like comfort. Oh, like, I'm sorry, what did I do wrong? Just let me know. Or, you're not making it better by acting like that. You're acting like her son or like a softie, a soft guy. You're not being really masculine. So you're losing the polarity. And once you lose the polarity, then she's not going to respect you. and she's gonna try you. She's gonna keep trying you because that's all she know, and that's all she sees in you. You know what I'm saying? She don't see no leadership. Women instinctively know a real man's not arguing with me. Now he might say some grimy shit to me because I'm out of pocket, but he's making a statement. He not about to go back and forth just to go back and forth so we could drain each other. And then he's not toxic in that way. He's not like, oh, like he's not catty. So he's not about to go back and forth all night, but he gonna let me know if I'm doing something he don't like. He gonna call it out in a very rational way too. Like, yo, nah, like, women don't act like that. You out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Real women don't act like that. You're gonna say it where it's like it feel like she's being checked. And she gonna, depending on the nature of that woman, she's either gonna try to whenever I check a woman, I'm looking to see how she handles that. Because to be honest, fellas, the relationship is over if she keeps arguing, bro. Like if she keeps arguing, I can't even fuck you because we're already showing that there's nothing for us to do but to go to hell together. It's nowhere because she's trying to lead us. When a woman's arguing, she's saying, I'm leading my life, nigga. I'm leading my life and you're leading yours. But see, and this is why you can't lead with trying to fuck. Because if they feel it, it's one thing, but if they get more signs that you're doing that, then that's when they're gonna really be like, all right, fuck this guy. Because I'm not telling y'all to try to backdoor to get some pussy, but what I'm telling you is to every guy wants pussy, so that shouldn't even be their thing. But see, here's the thing: the conversation. How good is your conversation? Hold on, let me see. You can't keep. I remember a line in Scarface when Tony told Manny once, first you make the money, then you get the woman. Yeah, man, he been said that. That's facts. It was good job, bro. Not even game, just some humble shit. Give you an example of what? Never try to control a woman. You can't. Yeah, you're right. Don't do that because you can't. It's a waste of. It's another. It's a lot of things are going to be distractions. And y'all just gotta understand that distractions is what comes with the territory, though. It's not to say like, because a lot of guys, you're gonna think that you're getting treated unfair by women, but you're not. They're doing what they do, and you just gotta be man enough to handle. It's just like going to the gym lifting weights. Am I gonna get mad at the heaviness of the weight, or am I gonna just observe how many pounds is on that weight and say, you know what? If I want to lift 50-pound weights, I might have to work my way up to that. I can't just jump out here lifting 50 to 100-pound weights because niggas that's right next to me, arms is way bigger than mine, is lifting 25-pound weights. So it's not even about the glitz and the glamour, it's about action. That's why I say distraction is dissing your action. A woman who's trying to argue, that's actually a blessing because at least you're talking to women. You know how many guys are just beating their meat, they scared of women? They're talking to women. I am a dating coach, lifestyle dating coach. You know what I'm saying? Vlogger. When I on a good day, I'll catch a little vlog if possible. Um, oh, you're just not exciting enough. Yeah, that's usually what's going on all the time. Guys are actually not exciting, but it's all one big loop. Like I said, man, because at the end of the day, you get excited by having more experience. So it's kind of like it's all working together, bro. And the bad experiences keep guys trapped. So the bad experiences, see, a real player is going to go through the bad experiences and keep his head up because he knows that that's not forever, that's just now. But a bad guy is going to actually stay distracted forever. He's going to actually stay, the bad guy is going to stay depressed because he doesn't have integrity. Integrity is when you start. That's what integrity has done for me. You know what? You the GM, duh. And first of all, you already got a ton of bitches in your life. But guess what? You wasn't approaching them. I wasn't cold approaching them. So cold approaching, everybody has a fairy tale of what cold approaching is. Like, oh, when you cold approach, you're supposed to just get half the women you're cold approaching, and that's the end of this discussion. That's a it's yes and no. You know what I'm saying? I'll be so thirsty in the middle of the night though, and I just had a little bit of lemonade left, just a little bit, and that's another. I want to call it a distraction, but it's like this shit like a workout. Sometimes, like you know, you need a bottle of water or a smoothie with you. That's why I don't drink all that superficial shit. You see this from Popeyes. I don't drink, eat all this superficial shit because it's not real fuel. Shout out to Taco, bro. Shout out to Taco with the gift, bro. I seen that. It said you gotta be stoned. All people like some spontaneity and excitement every now and then. Facts, man. But at the end of the day, bro, if she's highly interested, she gonna come pull up and suck some. You feel me? Like so, it's like you right, but I don't want guys to also to try to do too much because at the end of the day, that's gonna distract them from really seeing if how interested she is. Cause then now you're taking the chick on 3 or 4 dates, and she's still not trying to sleep with you, and you don't know why. But it's because you're letting her again. It goes back to always goes back to this. I refuse to allow a woman to make me jester max. Appreciate the gift. Like I told y'all, if y'all look at one of my recent videos, I talk about a chick that um I was supposed to go on a date with, and I told her let's go here. She said, "Oh, I was really looking forward to going here," and I was kind of like, "Man, I don't want to go there." And I told her, I said, "I usually don't let women, you know, kind of like set up the location of the date." And um, I'm the type of guy, man. Listen, I'll just replace you, man. If you want to keep, if you don't want to go where I want to go, I'll replace you because it starts early. The dishonor starts off the rip. I'm telling you, it's not a long 3 month vetting process. It's a right now, bro. It's a right now. If she don't respect me right now enough to say, okay, well, let's just do what you want to do now, and hopefully we could go to the beach another time. Then what is she showing me, bro? She's already showing me something, bro. What's good, Primo? Shout out to Primo, man. Appreciate that, bro. She's already shown me dishonor, bro. And when a woman shows you dishonor, bro, does she really have to stab you in the back? She don't gotta stab me in the back because you already let me know. That's why I like spontaneity and excitement. You're right. Is listen, I want all of y'all to use Google Maps and start to eat out. It not eat out, but like yeah, you probably already eat out McDonald's, this, that, but find little bars around your crib, close to your crib. I have an electric scooter. It's only $100. Facebook Marketplace. Get an electric scooter. Get some type of transportation where you can leave the crib at any time. Like it's 4 in the morning. I could leave the crib right now and go get some food right now. Like you feel me? Like so do that and find little bars and shit around your crib where and like you said, like it could be like smoothie places, it could be like whatever, but find little places that you go to, and this is going to help you because see, you got to be able to know the type of woman you texting or talking to, because you got to be able to know, okay, what do I want to do today and what do I want to do with her? So if I don't feel like leaving the crib, she's got to come over. If I feel like leaving the crib, then she's going to accompany me wherever I'm at. So the Google Maps help because you can look at the street that you want to walk on. So I like to go for walks because I like to track my footsteps and get health. So a lot of women I talk to, they also like that. They like to walk and shit like that. So that became a healthy date outside of the picnic idea. That became a healthy date, and at the end of the day, some women gonna look at you like they're gonna. Some women, and this is the thing, bro. It's always gonna be a ram in the bush. There's always gonna be a woman or a few that's gonna be like, oh well, I was hoping we could go to the movies or something like that. Again, man, don't pay the ones no attention. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be an army of those types, bro. For you guys who listening, it's going to be an army or a military of those type of women who are trying to drain the living fuck out of you by asking you a redundant question, because what they see a man is somebody who would have took her to get lobster steak or whatever so she could go back to her mom or her dad or her sister and say, I went out on a date this Thursday. His name was Will. He took me to Red Lobster. And listen, I'm not against that either. A lot of dating coaches say, man, don't spend this, don't spend that. Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Spend what the fuck you want to spend. It's your money. Because you could be out here trying to be cheap and you could end up, listen, you can play yourself regardless. And then you could also play yourself by being cheap in a time where you don't need to be cheap. But what I'm telling you is do what you want to do, bro. If because you're eating too. So like it's not like you buying her something and you're not getting nothing out of it. So like it just depends on how big your bag is. But basically what I'm trying to say. If I have $1 million, then obviously it's not that big of a fucking deal. But see, the problem is that while I'm on the come up, I'm not spending that bag. She gotta live and die by that shit, bro. Like go find another simp, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because you might as well just come over and eat me up, because at the end of the day I'm not doing that right now. So you got to understand what I'm on and where I'm at. And if a lot of chicks will say, oh, you should just work on yourself and just get your stuff together because you don't even got this, you don't even got, and then they start talking to, see, when they get like that, I'm talking shit back. I'm talking shit back. I'm not gonna lie, I'm talking shit back because a lot of women been trained to to uh to worship the almighty dollar, and they don't even respect the man who would have had the dollar to give to feed her fat ass. So I'm telling you, man, that's dishonorable. That's like if your parents can't feed you, are you gonna crash out? Oh, my mom's a bitch. Or my dad's a bitch ass nigga. He couldn't feed me. No, your little bitch ass got to sit there and be happy, grateful they even fucking with you, cause they could have threw you in the dumpster, bro. So this the same thing with one of these stragglers, bro. They be thinking that you owe them something. That's where they going wrong. That's where they going wrong. They're not humble. You feel what I'm saying? They supposed to be like, oh, I'm bragging to my sister and my mom that a nigga even approached me today. You know what I'm saying? No, they want to get mad because you ain't buying them a lobster with that shit. Instead of saying, oh well, I'm humble, I'm gonna go over his crib, I'm gonna just see what he on. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown enough to where if he wanna sleep with me, I could say not today. You know what I'm saying? Like they acting all petrified and shit. Not saying all of them, but respect to the ones that do pull up, respect to the ones that do pop out. But you gotta understand, fellas, there's way more of them that would rather go to work and go back and go to work and go back home, text you, go to work, go back home, text you, go. Then that will say, okay, let me text him and let him know I'm getting off work at this time on Wednesday, and on Wednesday we can chill. It's periodic. You're gonna get those type, but you're gonna run into a boatload of ones that's just like, oh well, because you gotta understand something, man. Your level of attraction, bro, it's all that matters. That's why people say looks, maxing don't matter, but it really do, because looks assist with other things, and it builds on itself. Like I told you, one of the main things is, oh, he probably get other bitches. They're not gonna leave something that feels like a good place to be. They're gonna leave something that feels needy, like, oh, he needs me. So I don't even want him to take me out on a date or use him for his money at that point. So you're at the lowest of the low. Hold on. How you feel about Bappy? Bapple. Was good cakes, OG cakes. Where in the Constitution are voting rights? Did you know a raccoon can fit into a hole that's about 4 inches big? Me and my wife are unstoppable. For real, spitting facts. But if you call a chick a bitch, you being disrespectful too. So what's the difference? What you talking about, bro? Like, if you a bitch, you a bitch. What you talking about? She ain't tried an 8 ball yet. Life changer. 2 words, 8 ball. Should I heat up some leftover pizza to go IHOP? Pizza. It depends on how you get in the money and if you respect it, like you said. Are you? I could go to the. I might pull up to the hotel. It's a hotel down the street, bro. I'm mad thirsty, bro. I might have to use their vending machine, bro. Are you explaining science all the time? That's all I talk. What's good from Canada? Enjoy freedom of speech. That's all I do, bro. I speak what I want to speak, bro. What's good, Maurice? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It's 15 of y'all in here, man. Well, it just went to 10. I don't know what happened, but hit that sub button, bro. Got me fired up for tomorrow. Shout out to Taco Delight. Make sure you sub, bro. Maurice was good. Primo, make sure you sub. Who is the other guy? I know her. She's been dating my best friend almost 5 years. Who? We as dudes gotta stop simping for real, for real. No facts. That's good, Tamila. Bitch had Burger King yesterday. Now she want lobster and shrimp, bro. And see, and that's again. I don't want to say it like that's every woman, right? Some women. I bought a chick a 4 for 4. I always tell you that story. She literally lived around the corner, and she was so happy, like, bro, like I'm telling you. And that's why I'm saying, like, I cannot fall for this shit the way people fall for this shit, because it's like, bro, I don't been loved by women my whole life without spending a damn thing, bro. So what the fuck I look like getting older where you supposed to have more game and more bitches and then buying them some shit. And like really got it. Like again, like bro, like and like, that's why I'm saying like women are kind of stupid with this because if they were humble, they basically would get something like. So what's the like they're basically not that interested if you ask me because they don't need the shit they're asking for. Trained by who? Sounds like you the train one trained. Uh, was good. Mahil D. Hook up with a vegetarian, save your dollars. You feel me, bro? Like, and it's like she don't even got to be. Well, I would prefer to be that way, but at the end of the day, bro, it's not about hooking up, bro. Well, it is about hooking up. It's not. What I mean is like, what I meant to say is like, it's not about cuffing. It's about getting crushed. It's about her getting crushed multiple times a week. That's all it is. That's all it is about her getting crushed multiple times a week. That's all it really is. But like I said, one of the biggest things y'all gonna deal with in these streets is distraction, bro. And at the end of the day, bro, just don't allow it, bro. Connect what is connecting instead of relating. That's true. And that's what I'm saying. They get you to relate. Now think about it like this. Guys spend a 70, 75, 25. They spend 75% of their life relating to women, and then they spend 25% of their life trying to be like a man. But they're missing that other percent and changing the whole pie around, right? Whereas though they 100% act like a man. That's the pie. But see, niggas can't do it for long term. They can do it for a day. They can do it for a week. Even me, sometimes I struggle. I'll be like, damn. I'll be like, damn, like, I'll be like, damn, like, I'll learn some shit in the game and I'll be like, this shit hard as fuck to stand on. Like, it is hard because sometimes it's not even me. It's the environment trying to keep me the same way. Like, I told y'all, bro, it'll be somebody who you fuck with that'll tell you to do something that you already made a decision about not doing no more. And it come through people, food, places, things, and it tries to snap you back into being a beta male. That's all it is. Because change is forbidden in the USA. It's forbidden. You're not supposed to be great. So a lot of guys can't realize that though. A lot of guys can't realize that because greatness is painful, bro. Greatness is like pulling your teeth out, bro. It hurt. It's change. It's real change. So, like my boy Mooch said, you're gonna. The average guy can't connect or relate to women because if he connect, he gonna start to relate. So the average guy raised by mom or raised around cis or any women, they are going to naturally not only relate, but they're going to connect. So what's going to happen is, okay, like I tell you, you spend 24 hours with, say you got a girl right, at the crib, right? And y'all are chilling, right? How long before you do some beta male shit? Even connect to Bluetooth sometimes. Tay Banks, I'm talking about how, right? Like literally right now, relating it. I tell guys they should connect to women, but don't relate to women, right? And it sounds very poetic, very thorough and whatnot, but when you break it down, it's not about the statement, it's about the why, right? Why do you relate, right? You should never relate. So, like, women basically, like any other organism on earth, can control the minds of people if it's too many women versus if it's less men and more women around, then the brain is going to be like, oh, that's my mom saying that all guys ain't shit. That's my aunt agreeing with that. That's, you know, even the music says that. What Neo say? He said, you look so sexy when you mad. Oh, that means that I should be a sucker, like a lollipop. I should be a dickhead. I should make her mad and then we should break up and then we should get back together. Oh, my mom's watching General Hospital with Son. He's a master manipulator. Why do girls love the bad guy? Oh, okay. It all makes sense. I tried connecting to my dad, but he hit me with a bottle. Tay Banks, listen, it's all connected, bro. It's the catch 22. You live inside of a spider web. a catch 22. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. But if you don't pick a side, you're really damned. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: pick a side. Either be an asshole or be a simp, and just live with that. If you caught in the middle, then she's gonna define you. You don't want that. I'd rather be an asshole with a heart, right? An asshole with a heart. Because I don't think I could do very good like being a simp because I'm a crash out. What's new about that? Makes you tell us about the Matrix. Facts. Hey, you speaking some real shit right now. Yeah, man. I mean, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? But this video is really originally about distractions. You feel me? That's the real title of the video. And like I said, you've been distracted since birth. What's being an asshole? Being honest. That means that if she's a bitch, you're gonna let her know. Period. Off the rip. With no it's unfiltered. You're unfiltered. Take it or leave it attitude. And the unwillingness to change. Like I came in when I approached you, I was this was my thought. This was my algorithm, and this was how the cycle of my thoughts went around. Like if I go to Lake Compounds or if I go to um Six Flags or Disneyland, I don't get to tell them how to change the ride. I gotta get on the ride or go home or just sit there and eat cotton candy. And I'll tell a bitch that, okay, you not ready for a man. Sit there and eat cotton candy. Fuck with one of these other niggas. Fuck around and find out. And why would I tell her that? Because I'll tell her this also. You think because you're pretty and because you have a 9 to 5 that you're a uh that you're wifey material. That you're a wife. Question mark. Why would I say such a thing? Because they trying to act like they're better than you. They're actually rubbing me the wrong way. But I'm gonna tell you, not every woman rubs me the wrong way, but see, some do. Some don't, some do. And that's honest. That's real life. That's actual numbers right there. I'm not going around nagging women and manipulating women. I'm letting your dumb ass know if you think you bigger than the program, then may God, bless you. Like, go find somebody because obviously you don't got them because you're texting me, right? But go find a bitch because I'm not one. I promise you. I promise you. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm not that. You feel me? Like, I'm not that. So if I'm not that, I'm not that. You feel me? I'm gonna tell you about yourself. I'm gonna keep it 100. Keep it 100. And what's funny to me is that women respond to that. They respond to the dark. They respond to um the ebony mall type characteristics. They don't respond to SpongeBob. They don't respond to laughing all day. And this is why I say don't relate to women because they see that guy as a mark. Or I could control him. He's in his emotions. He likes me for real. Ebony Maw has dark qualities. That's actually my favorite uh Marvel DC character is Ebony Maw, right? But just the confidence and the fucking value that you bring into the situation. You see the cocky man, the cockiest guy, he's not kissing women's ass because see, even if he kiss a woman's ass, it's not gonna come across the way another guy is. That's how cocky he is. Cause he knows that he brings value. That's the first level of seduction, is already bringing some real genuine value and being able to stand your ground. Because what women are gonna do is they're gonna say, well, I attract a lot of fuck boys. So if you're not actively showing that you're different, then you're gonna fall into the pipeline or sewage line of being a fuck boy, and then they're gonna talk to you like you want to. And unless you're telling them actively that bitch, fuck you, I don't need you, then it's not gonna work. Because how you showing her like especially black women, they're smart enough to know that black women will put their foot, it's black and Spanish, and sometimes white. They will put their foot on the gas and try you on purpose to see what you do. So if you don't do what they find sexually attractive when they do what they're doing, they're gonna write you off because they're like, well, a real nigga wouldn't have allowed me to write him off. So they're actively testing niggas. They're not waiting around to see 3 months later because y'all both are nice people that want that you end up being some fuck nigga. They're like, nah, I'm going to automatically be high handed with this shit. I'm coming in thinking that I'm better than men. And so God bless them. You don't get mad at them, but you do definitely stand up for yourself in terms of verbally. Like if a woman is saying anything that don't feel correct, like, oh, well, we're going on a walk and that's already a free date. So why should I? We're already going. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a chick tell me some shit like that. Like, oh, I'm already being flexible with you. I looked at this shit. I said, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Flexible? You supposed to be flexible, dumbass. The fuck you talking about? How are you being flexible? You mean to tell me you're being what God made you? And you expect me to be like, oh, you doing some shit about like, and that's the thing that's so crazy. And it's like in the early 2000s, it was not like this, bro. It was not like nah, listen, I think the world is the same, but it's just like it just depends on how you coming, bro. And like my boy said earlier, Eli, how much aura you got and where you at in life. Cause women got jobs, bro. Women, they young, they in the gym, they look good. Obviously, you want to fuck or you wouldn't approach them. So all the shit is stacked up against you unless you're actively showing them that it's equal playing field. Hold on, let me see. Think about when you die, you always gonna be conscious, experience different lives, or are you gonna be seeing through your eyes, or will you all like don't be so facts, bro? Homegirl tried that shit. I just left her alone and she cut that shit quick. And yeah, man, there's many different ways to skin that cat in terms of getting them to see that you're not fucking playing. You know what I'm saying? Getting them to see that you're not like the rest of these guys. And that's what boils down to the topic of distractions because some things in life you have to like if you're getting bullied, you have to punch the guy. Like you can't sit there for another 10 months and get bullied. You have to do something. And see, here's the thing: we have a coach. The coach is like your father because your father would have made you do it. Because you're not going to do it on your own. See, a bad bitch is a bully, bro. I'm telling you. So a bad bitch is no different than that motherfucker in elementary school that was bigger physically than you, and he was trying you. And depending on the nature of you, depending on your who you are, your character, it was gonna force you to do something because you're gonna be like, man, I can't. Like it's so psychological. It's like for me, if someone trying me, it's like, bro, my brain just start thinking like, how can I put this to an end as fast as possible? So same go for all across the board, bro. A woman is a bully, bro, because women don't have breaks. First of all, women are the element of water. They're emotional. So they don't know how to have boundaries and say, oh, I'm not going to try this nigga. They don't know how to do it. But again, if they see that you have either so much value or you're actively moving a certain type of way, they still might try you, but they're going to be curious enough to lean in and be like, oh, he's cute. Who's he? What? They'll be curious about you because you're moving in a certain type of way. But attraction and respect are not the same thing. People get it mixed up, and that's where a lot of attractive guys make the handsome man game videos and all of that shit. And they be like, "Oh, women hate on men too," and all of that shit. But like I said, bro, at the end of the day, women could do whatever they want, but at the end of the day, they got to give up that ass. Hold on, let me see. Do not trust a woman, no matter how sweet she is to you and makes you feel good. What you mean? Don't trust her? In which way? Because the same could be said about a guy as a friend. Like, you feel me? You can't trust nobody. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I, I don't I don't I don't understand what you're trying to say, but I just know that a woman that's beautiful is a snake, bro. Can't front. Not even beautiful though. Just women have snake qualities. So I agree with you on that. But at the end of the day, really about the man. How what do they see in you, bro? Because it's like at the end of the day, bro, it's like this. A lot of guys are working on themselves. All right, a lot of guys are working on themselves. And women, it don't take much to be a sought after woman. That's why they're easy to talk shit to because all you got to do is bring up the fact that you're gonna be a widow. You're gonna die a widow. Because at the end of the day, that's my honest opinion. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to let you see that you're treating me like a beta and I don't fit there. So now I gotta violate you. Now, if I fit there, I wouldn't even respond. Because if a woman talks crazy to a beta and he really a beta, he gonna start acquiescing. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I do? Da 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 da. Nope. Listen, bitch. Mm-mm. You're not no better than a nigga. Now you gotta skedaddle because that's best for the both of us. Cause you got me fucked up. See, women are the type of creatures where they always think they're right, and that's the problem. That's the problem. And sometimes, see, when it comes to a lot of black women, I'm not racist. I'm actually black. But see, here's the thing: they like to have sex and do that breakup makeup shit. And I'm dead ass not even trying to do that. I'm dead ass trying to cut you off now because it's like you sitting here doing all this extra shit. And like I always tell you, I attract a lot of black women my whole life. That's all I ever attracted. And I'm pretty much worn out, bro, at this point, bro. I need a white woman. I need a Kylie Jenner. Like I got a cousin that got a white woman. And I feel like he took the right path, bro. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? On my Tiger Travis Scott wave. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, these women are very toxic, bro. And who wants to be with a woman that is toxic? Nobody. So if that's the case, we just want to fuck you. So if we just want to fuck you, then we don't need you. And they're rejecting you is a good thing. I'm not saying that it's only black women, but I'm saying, man, you gotta understand and take responsibility for what's coming into your life. All I attract is black women, bro. I swear. All listen, I'm talking to one chick right now that's Jamaican. I'm telling you, and I don't know the difference between Jamaican and black. But what I'm telling you is that I know there's a difference, but I'm saying like it's almost the same thing. But what I'm saying is that it's different, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, it feels the same. Mexican at the job choosing hard. She seemed positive, but she can't speak English. Yeah, man, throw me a Mexican, man. When I'm at Chipotle, it's a Mexican girl that worked there. She's cute, but listen, word on the street, she got a man. You feel me? So I back off. You feel me? I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Just say hi to me when you walk by. That's all. Just say hi to me. That's all. Just say hi. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if they don't speak English, it's still like, you still could put that game up in there, but Google translation of the shit, but they gotta speak English, man, because it's like let's make it easy for ourselves. What other women are at the job? I need some white shit, man. White and right. I don't think white women like me as much as black, but I always attract black women, bro. And it's like I already got, bro. I was raised by black women, so it's like I'm always been like I got aunts, I got my mom, cousins. Like you feel me? It's enough. Like you feel me? Like I don't need my whole life to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like my niece is Spanish and black, so you know. But that's because my sisters baby dads are Spanish. So even my sister, she's like, "Oh, let me get a Spanish." Like I'm telling you, man. I listen, I think my time has expired, man, with this shit. And Kylie Jenner's sexy, bro. She's fucking sexy, and I was never attracted to her until just recently. So that was a wake up call. Like, man, like, listen, I had a couple chicks in like middle school that were white that I thought were hot. You feel me? I thought they were hot. You know what I'm saying? They used to be nice to me too. I just never shoot my shot. I was more Spanish, black women still. Black women always been there. But listen, man, if you black, I fuck with you, man. He said, it's just the black girls. What you at your job? I mean, listen, man, some of them alright, bro, but it's just like nobody got time for that shit for real, bro. Like, and me being black, it's like it seemed like my neighborhood is kind of in a way where it's like I'm more likely to run into that. Even if I'm in like Barnes and Nobles or like even if I'm in Chipotle or like it's like, bro, the chicks that stand out in my head, they be black. Like when I see them and I'm like, oh, she kind of thick or I'm about to approach. But then there be some white chicks that be pulling up to Chipotle and I know they're gonna reject me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So every once in a while they don't, but usually they do. You got to go where the white women live and work it. I was working at Walmart about 10 years ago. Them white women were fiending for black guys. One white girl tried to nibble on me off a hug. Yeah, Walmart white women different than like college white women or like Chipotle. Cause Chipotle, when I'm at Chipotle, it seemed like a bunch of college students pulling up. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So it's like that's the vibes, bro. And even the black kids be looking college. It's just to Maryland, D.C. area. It's the highest mixed region in America. I never been to Maryland, man. Shout out to Q the Fool though. That's one of my favorite rappers. Yeah, so I know a couple of y'all rappers and shit like that, but I ain't never been out there, man. I know that's a heavy Muslim state, country, whatever state. Mm. There's some good black girls out here too. You gotta be in the right area. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, the shorty I'm talking to is Jamaican. She looked black though, but she turns out she's Jamaican, and I'm fucking with her, man. I'm gonna lie. I like a woman that's just positive, bro. At the end of the day, so you just gotta be positive. If that's really what it really boils down to. Like, I don't want a woman that's smoking weed and just on some like. I mean, they all got their demons, but it's like that's the thing I'm trying to really say in this video. Like, you could easily be distracted with this shit because it's like I told y'all recently, and I'm gonna stand on this and keep saying it. I really enjoy a woman that texts back fast and texts back like efficiently. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think every man can value that. Because a lot of women play games in this area. Bro, I think it's a bug in my fucking pants. Bro. A lot of women play games in this area of texting. But when you find them women that don't play games when it comes to that texting shit, it's kind of like it changes your whole perspective of like your dating life because you're like, yo, there are women out here that are high interest A, and there are women out here B that just are not like so full of themselves where they think like, uh, because the question is always gonna be this, fellas. What will you stand for and what won't you stand for? Because here's the thing, they're humans at the end of the day, so there are things like everybody has their things that you're not gonna like. I think that I do believe that to be true. Like amidst all the game shit, all the pimp shit, all the P shit we talk, I do believe that that's a form of compromise that is not totally fucked. You know what I'm saying? I hate a woman. I hate a woman who smokes. I was at the market outside Saturday. Bunch of women. I seen a baddie standing by herself. I was on my way to walk up and strike up a conversation with her, but I seen that she was smoking. Yeah, man, that smoking shit was good, Mike. Make sure y'all sub, lock in, bro. Yeah, man, that smoking shit is genuinely just a waste of time. And if a chick smoke, I'm not gonna immediately, you know what I'm saying, like kick her out of the, But it's like at the same time, it's already a sign. Because if I am trying to be healthy, if I'm trying to eat fruits every day, oranges, apples, peaches, if I'm trying to build a foundation, at the end of the day, man, you are who you hang with. And most guys are just not attractive enough to get the women that they ought to be getting. That's really what it really be. And they don't be outside enough. They're not well traveled, even inside of their own neighborhood or state. And so what happens is that they basically get manipulated by the situation, basically. So they end up settling, and that's what really all it be. Or worse, they end up jerking off. Um, Make sure to season the dolphin before you turn on the cast iron skillet. That's funny, bro. But yeah, man, I'm thirsty, man. I might have to hit the store, the hotel down the street, and go to the vendor machine. Yeah, man. That's what I'm gonna do, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm definitely thirsty, bro. And when I talk a lot, it makes me more thirsty, bro. So, but yeah, man. Oh y'all, listen, man. Distractions are heavy out here. And it's never nonstop. And I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like I think that this video was really golden. I think this is. I think this video is golden because the truth of the matter is that self-esteem is rare. You're not supposed to have it. If you got it, you got to cherish it. You got to really make sure you maintain and have it forever. Um, you ever use that Orthene fire ant killer? Should help you. Yeah, man. I gotta purchase that, man. I gotta see about that. That's a good idea. You talking about that little gun shit? That little zap shit? Man, I'm telling y'all though, distractions is a motherfucker, man. Do y'all really understand this shit is gonna change y'all whole dating life, bro? Like if y'all just tuned in to this video, at this point in the video, all you need to do is hear that right there. Bro, kill all the distractions. Kill all the distractions. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna build an empire overnight, within literally a month. Like your life is gonna quantum leap Because people, shout out to Game God Goldie, he said it before me, but people are too busy trying to add things on. They're trying to add things on instead of saying, you know what can I sidestep today? What can I skip out on? What can I miss out on? What can I miss out on that's going to actually be more like congruent? What can I miss out on that's going to build? What can I miss out on that's going to build my empire? Right? And that's what I said, man. I had to get to that point where if a chick texts me and I'm like, man, listen, man, this chick right here, I'm not really feeling that much. I don't care how sexy she is. You know what I'm saying? If you say you're gonna approach 15 women a day, actually do it. Don't watch my video and be like, man, I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do. Listen, man, you gotta understand that you get out what you put in. What's good, Ed? You get out what you put in. What main event? You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in, and at the end of the day, man, the distractions are built so that you don't put nothing into it. That's what it's all about, man. If you don't like distractions are what makes you less of a man. Because when it's all said and done, even when it comes to women, they're looking at what you got. They're not only looking at how you look, they're not only looking at what you do. I mean, yeah, what you say to them and shit like that. So that whole mouthpiece shit is like it works, but it's like you could say way less if your clout is way bigger, so it don't even matter. So it's really about just how she's. It's about how she's. It's about her willingness at the end of the day. That's really what all it is. Her willingness. That's why I always harp on how much a woman texts you back because if she's texting you, it's showing us form of willingness, like step number one. Before that, nothing really matters. And even sometimes during that, nothing matters because she's shit sometimes. So sometimes women texting you, but they're really not really on that. You gotta be able to have discernment in the game. That's really what it really is. You gotta discern. Is this woman really playing in my face? Because here's the thing, man. You gotta have ways to talk to women. This is where game comes in. You gotta have ways to talk to women to transition from regular talking, like good morning, what you doing? I'm doing this, doing that, to transition to being more dominant and telling her what you're trying to do with her. And that's like a different that's like guys can't do that because that's outside of their character. And it go back to being raised by women because that's not who you are. Like you're not dominant. So now you don't feel congruent doing that. So how am I gonna be like, oh, nice and shit, and then turn around and tell her what to do or tell her, you know what I'm saying? It don't even feel right. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta practice. You gotta know what you want to say. And you gotta practice that so you can transition from small talk to telling her what to do or telling her what you and her gonna do together. That's when you're gonna get more respect from women. And this is the sad part because most guys are not talking to women like that. And since they're not talking to women like that, they're not getting to the yams, the glutes, or the biscuits. And because they don't get to the yams, the glutes, or the biscuits, what happens is that woman reinforces that he's not that guy by doing what? By acting like a stall. She's going to stall you. She's going to stall out. She's going to act like a stall out because she can. It's just that simple. Like women don't owe you nothing. So then there's the thing, there's that. So it's like if I don't owe you nothing and you're not making me feel like I should give you something, then it's just gonna remain on repeat. Your life is gonna be on repeat. So guys, pick your poison. Be dominant and set up the date, set up the link. If a woman is saying, "Oh, well, I don't want to text you yet. I just want to stay here and get to know you more," approach another 15 women. Every time a woman play with you, approach another 15, because at the end of the day, you have to erase psychologically her out of your psychology, because what she's doing is doing what any woman does in this situation, which is take up more of your consciousness. So what I'm basically trying to say, it goes back to the title, distraction. She's being a distraction because she might see women could do this without trying to do it. They're not trying to do anything because remember, you approach them. They're just letting it play out. And see, so you don't really have to sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna put all my attention on her, but you're gonna feel like the power resistance is just to keep talking to her because you're like, well, I gotta get up off my ass again, go back into the field again, get more wood, build this house. Instead of just dealing with the wood I got in this house, but the wood that's in the house is being slowing shit down. So you gotta let this wood see that this shit building regardless. That's the only way that the wood inside the house say, okay, use me, because use me and build me too, because obviously, see, women get curious when they realize that this guy didn't text me all day. Where's he at? But he's not on bad terms with me either. But he didn't text me yet. So where is he? Well, he's still around. He's still in the orbit. See, women's best move when they playing cards is to hit you with something that makes them seem mysterious, but acting like while simultaneously acting like nothing you do matters. Like, so everything I'm doing matters, but nothing you do matters. But see, that's where we guys are ignorant because they can't see that everything we do matters. Because the truth of the matter is this: women got a great poker face. That's really what it really is. You know, and I learned this shit from like studying autism. People with autism, they mask. It's a term called mask. So they mask. They always masking, meaning they're not really being themselves. They mask a lot of shit to fit in with society. People with autism. Women act the same way. They act like a person with autism because what they do, they mask. If that women like you, they'll mask it. How many times have a woman like I could speak for like 90% of women that like me, they always mask. They like 95%. There's like a 5% woman that is like, nah, I want him. I'm trying to get with him type shit. But like at almost every school, every place I've been, women will like you and then they will actually what you call it? They'll like you, and then what they'll do is stay quiet about it. And it's not because, oh, I don't want to, you know, I don't get my heart broken or anything like that. I'm talking even in middle school before women was thinking heartbreak anything. They would still move. They mask their feelings. I even had to tell my mom that one day, like, you feel me? Like, you don't really, do you mask your feelings? Like, like, they do that unconsciously. They don't be knowing they be doing that. So when you bring it up, they really be like, damn, I ain't even realize I'm doing that. And I learned it from studying autism. See, so what I'm saying is people do that. What you mean she don't mask her feelings? Yeah, I'm not saying every woman do it, like, you feel me? But I'm saying like it depends on the woman, it depends what she been through, like with guys. Cause it's like depending on what they've been through with guys, they don't want guys to see them be like they don't want guys to see them be too like get too like vulnerable. Like a lot of black women act like this. They don't like to show vulnerability, and that makes it insanely difficult to date them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's kind of like it come off as aggressive, like they're being aggressive. Like you already outside with a bunch of gangsters all day selling weed or doing whatever you doing, and then you come around them, and then they basically act like um they all act like they gotta act tough. Like certain black moms act like that, like they gotta be tough and shit. Like that's a form of masking. Yeah, it's culture, but it shows up the same way people with autism show up. Cause they're like, yo, they think that, and it also depends on the type of guy you are. Like, if they feel like they could trust you, just like this is why I say like this when I don't know if y'all remember, but a couple of months ago I was talking about like guys got to get better at holding space. Like that's a part of the game, holding space. Because when you can hold space, women are going to throw pussy at you. Like James Bond as an alpha male, if you think about James Bond, if a woman went up to him and was like, "Oh, I had a bad day and this happened," he wasn't gonna be like, "Yeah, all right, bitch, whatever." You know, he's gonna be like, "Oh, really? Tell me about that. What happened?" He's a gentleman. So the more you can hold space, it's gonna see. It's a difference between being a simp and being a man. Like you feel what I'm saying? Because like that's where it gets kind of like crossroad because guys mix up those two things. But like what I'm saying is women usually a lot of women, like you said, the culture it make women act tough. Like, oh, I gotta be on my own all the time. I can't really trust niggas because niggas be on some bullshit. But like I say that to say this, bro. Like, um, that's actually that's why, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. That's exactly why you got to show black women a little bit more love and a little bit more like compassion because they're they're not consciously doing what they're doing, but they're just ignorant. But like it's like it takes time, and a lot of black men don't have time to be doing all that shit. So it's hard to really like be around that shit because it's like, bro, like sometimes you cross paths with a black woman and she's just perfect, but then a lot of times no. Like, you feel me? A lot of times not. So it's like it depends on who you run into. Not gonna hold you because it's like what's the approximate amount of currency you acquire on a year basis. That's why I like white girls. They be more vulnerable. That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's exactly what it is, bro. It's like black women sometimes do open up like a clam though, and that's the one thing. All women act like a clam. You just got to be very, very aware. A lot of black women still operate like women. You just have to be seeing it when they doing it. Like you have to catch it, and then you have to nurture it when it happens. So if you do some fuck shit when they do that, they're gonna have to resort back because that's where they spend the most of their life. The time of their life is being alone, feeling like every woman is fake around him, and they're feeling like even these niggas be tripping. So it's like both sides got them stuck in one spot. So it's like you have to catch a black woman being open, and then you have to show them over time that I would never make you feel stupid when you show this side. And that's hard for a young guy to do. Like an older nigga could do it, but I don't think young niggas is like that. You feel me? At all. That's why they always getting cursed out because they are always not able to hold water at all, actually. But that's just like you said, that's nature, that's culture, that's how life go. Cause hey, as a man learns how to be more of a man and he knows right from wrong, you just start. That's why I tell y'all to ignore women because it's like if they come to you with their problems, you basically gotta ignore it or be differentiated. You can't relate to it. You have to connect. Like I said, James Bond would connect, but he will not relate. Like he might show like a little bit like concern, but that he not gonna act like he not gonna become the women too. You know what I'm saying? He gonna actually just listen, see what they talking about, and then my grandfather is good at doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know how he got like that, but he understands it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a young nigga and I don't understand it sometimes. So and it is like especially like I said with moms, it's way harder because it's like I'm not even trying to like you're not even my girl, so now it feels like toxic. But at least if it's your girlfriend, you'll probably be more likely to be like, all right, let me really try to figure this shit out. But I think as a man, you just gotta get better with all women, even our moms, bro. Sometimes like you just gotta because that's perfect practice to be honest. But moms be tripping though, opposed to like your girlfriend won't really trip on you because she likes you. So like, but your mom will just overdo shit because you look just like your dad. You feel me? Um, ain't saying it's right. Yeah, it's damn sure not right because it's only right because it's the dads not being in the house that makes it wrong. Cause they're not wrong either, cause they women. So it's like you can't even. That's why that shit's so fucking annoying. Cause it's like they're not wrong. So it's like they fucking you over by being who they are. Like so, if you go to another man and be like, man, my mom tripping and da 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 da, that nigga not even gonna feel where you coming from. He gonna be like, bro, that's how women are. Or, like I remember a nigga was I was on this app. I forgot what app it was. I think it was like I want to say Meet Me or some shit. I don't remember. I was at work too. I was a security guard down south, and this nigga had popped up on the screen. I forgot what app it was. I think it's the app Monkey. Maybe it was Monkey. I don't remember. But me and him started chopping it up real quick, and then his mom came in the room, and his mom was having that energy like, "I told you to clean the room." Da 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 da. And so I'm laughing and shit. But whole time, like when I'm around my mom, she could kind of be not exactly like that, but like it's traces of the same type of shit. So like that's why it was funny though, because I'm like, look at this nigga. This nigga too cheap. But then like he was looking at me like, bro, she tripping, bro. Like, and I felt him because obviously I've been there before. But I had to agree with the mom because it's just inside of us to do that. Like, because I was even like peeping myself, agreeing with the mom, but still like I'm like feeling bad for him because I'm like, bruh, like I want to agree with you, but it's like I'll smash your mom. So it's like I can't agree with you. Because if it was my mom, I would have been tight. But if it's not your mom and you just got no connection to it at all, like, and by you having no connection, it's kind of like you could see it clearly. It's like she's just trying you. Like she's trying you and you too small to actually fight that fight. And that's fucked up. But it's like I can't feel sorry for you because then it's like I'm going against her fucking something she gonna do to you anyway. Like once we hang up, she gonna she gonna chew you out regardless. Like she gonna have her way with you until you're man enough to stop it. So it was just like I can't even help this nigga. Like, and what's up, mom? How you doing, mom? And I told him I got on his ass. I was like, yo, bro, clean your room, bro. Listen to your mom, bro. Like, and I started playing into it. It was funny, but I knew in the back of my mind, like, bro, that's fucked up. Why you do that nigga like that? Cause like I know like when niggas mom tripping, you want anybody to agree with you when your mom tripping. Because your mom really be tripping. It don't be like they not tripping. They be tripping. Now my little niece, she about 12. Oh yeah, she mask her behavior a lot. Yeah, man, it could be any age. It's female behavior, like, and I think men do it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I think like men that shy do that. Women are shy too sometimes, but like women do that shit, bro. Like you said, I got a niece too. Like, you feel me? And it could be anybody. I think I haven't studied that autism shit in a minute, but I really do believe that um when I was reading up on it, I was like, damn, I cracked the code on women because all of them act like this. Like, well, not all of them, but like a lot of black women act like that because it's like they're hiding, like, like they don't want you to know certain things, and that leaves you in a crazy position because it's like the way men communicate, we're transparent. Women are not. So it makes it to where you're in the house with somebody who could easily manipulate you at any moment. Cause like how that nigga, he didn't know his mom was about to bust in the room and act like that. He ain't know because it's like, bro, women could be unpredictable with their shit because they could hide they're not really like honest. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They're not honest with their shit. Like you could probably predict your dad what he gonna say in certain situations about certain shit, but you cannot really know with your mom. And then they switch it up and then they move spontaneous. So it's kind of like, even with women, y'all see that y'all dating, when guys be mad at, oh, bro, why she didn't text me back? Bro, you can't predict it, bro. Like, they will never want you to know that they like you. You feel me, bro? These women will never want you to know that they like you, bro. It's because they just never want you to know. You feel me? They never want to give you too much confidence. Never want you to have too much confidence because that's gonna make them feel like they can't go come back from that. Like, they feel like once I make this move, I can't come back from that. Once I tell this guy he's attractive, and I tell him that I'm really feeling him and all of that shit, how do I come back from that? They don't. They're very preventative. Women are very preventative. Whereas though guys act foolish, like they'll walk up to a strange woman and be like, yo, what's good, man? You look mad good, like, overly shooting the shot, like so direct that the woman is like, bro, it's no mistake that this nigga like me. Like, I can't even I can't even act like this nigga don't like me. But see, that's what guys gotta think about when they're actually talking, because they give themselves away instead of just letting the shit slowly become what it's becoming. And that's really how true women catch feelings, because in reality, that's how their feelings evolve over time, bro. They should evolve over time. So I'm thirsty as hell. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh yeah. 2 hours and 43 minutes. But yeah, man, like that masking shit was so thorough when I was into that shit. It was last year, deep last year. It was like cold outside, December. And I was just like, damn, bro. Women do that shit naturally too. Like, another thing is too, they trying to fit in. Like, go back to the autism shit. Like, they're trying to fit in. Like, they want to be able to talk to other women about. They want to fit in with the populace, so they'll mask shit because of that too. Like again, I don't want this nigga to think that I'm easy or I'm soft, cause I am a woman. I don't want them to think I'm soft, because what happens is like, if these niggas know. Like, even we could take it to even them being, thotty or whatever. Like, they're like, "Oh, I don't want niggas to know that, because then everybody gonna try to get some ass." Like, that's another one. It's many different reasons why women do that same thing. They mask some certain things, bro. And it's like, how can I explain it? That's why sometimes going direct is our best line of action, though, because that's why I never totally throw going direct out the window. I keep it and I use it when I need to use it. Because there's many times where I'm dealing with a chick and she's acting like she's lost because she's a fucking woman, and it's like, well, it's time for me to actually say some direct shit, because I'm not scared to do it. So I'm gonna do it. And you know, it works. You know what I'm saying? If anybody gonna be the timid one out of the two of us, I'd rather it be her any day. So yeah, I'm pulling that trigger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm letting her know, hey, let's do this, or why are we still here doing this? Why are we texting for 2 weeks? Why didn't we do this yet? Just you know, setting the tone. You know what I'm saying? Setting the tone, making it make sense, and creating that spark, bro. Cause I really don't feel like leaving the crib, but it is what it is, man. It ain't nothing to drink in. It ain't a damn thing. Nah, it really is though something to drink in here. I just don't think that I want to drink what somebody else bought. I want to go buy my own shit. But I gotta go down the street. That shit gonna feel so crazy. Apple cider vinegar. Where you see that at? Oh, hilarious. Man, the women don't want you to know, man, that at the end of the day, they catch feelings so easy. They catch feelings so fucking easy. They trying to hide it and shit. They, bruh. This is just a case. Guys fall for easy shit. Like it's like I said, like a card game, bro. When you first learn a card game, bro, you're gonna fall for easy stuff because you don't know what the fuck you doing. And it's certain invisible little abstract things that you gotta look at. Like a big question. Do you have to text a woman all day? Yes or no? Right? From my experience, no. Um, does it escalate things faster? Sometimes. Sometimes it escalates shit faster. So this is another case where women are a mystery because sometimes you gotta text them fast, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they're gonna stop texting you altogether because you're taking too long. Many cases they don't. So not only do they mask their feelings, but they're genuinely on some hard to figure out in general type shit. So there's layers to their mystiqueness. And that's an issue because as guys, we really value honest and clear communication. And women are dishonest and unclear. So I'm telling you, you'll never figure women out. All you can do is fuck them because you can't figure them out. So that's why it's like a catch 22. Now, I'm going to tell y'all like this. A woman that communicates that text, this is why I love a woman that text me like whenever I text them, they take a couple minutes, they get back. Like it's almost like they up all night waiting. Or maybe not. Maybe she got work, whatever, but she always get back that next day. To me, that's like um, the key to my heart. Like how people say to get to a man's heart is through his stomach. You feed him food. No, not me. Communicate. Text me. Give me attention like I'm a bitch. I'm a Leo, so I like attention. If you hey, listen, if you don't talk to me like I'm daddy, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I like what I like. So a woman gotta know and she gotta act that way, bro. And trust me, there's women out here that'll do it. So it ain't far fetched. You understand what I'm saying? Um, like I said, man, um, I've had it done many times of women that like me, they give me attention the right way. A woman that's half-assed with it, I understand you the woman, so you might want me to be, doing all that shit. But it just depends on the dynamic and the pride. I got pride, she got pride, we might not mesh. But I will bend sometimes, depending on how beautiful you is and how much I'm trying to fuck. But the truth of the matter is, it always bites me in the ass because at the end of the day, I'm not a chaser, I'm a replacer. So it's kind of tough. I don't chase them, I replace them. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. So, man, listen, man, you'll never win because attraction is not built um, in the dark. You could build direction from the dark. Attraction is built in the woman's face or on the phone or wherever, right? Attraction is built through communication skills. Attraction is built through a lot of different things. Fashion. Some niggas use their fashion. Some niggas use their looks. Some niggas use their mouthpiece. Some niggas use, I'm saying, pickup lines. You know, whatever you want to use, man, you either use it or you lose it. That's what I found out. That's what I found out recently, man. You either use it or you lose it. So, if you want to be great, you gotta really shoot your shot, man. You can't be soft. You know, every time I see a bitch and she my type, even in the slightest fashion, I'm gonna say something because it's me against me. It's me against me, bro. It ain't me against somebody else. It's GL Dub, man. Every time. And when I think that way, how can I lose? Because I'm not gonna stop myself from getting to the. I'm not gonna stop myself from getting to the bag. I'm not gonna stop myself from getting to the yams. It's me versus myself every time because I'm the only one that I can hear, bro. It's my voice. It's my voice. It's my direction. It's my interception of the negativity. I can intercept negativity. I don't care how ugly a situation get or got in the past. I'm here right now. You know what I'm saying? So how did I do that? I'm no magician, but I made it happen. How I make it happen? Cause ain't nothing that is on the earth haven't been done before. All this shit is just recycled shit. All this shit is recycled shit. So when you think to yourself, "Oh, I can't get this bitch," you just beating yourself up. She ain't telling you that. She just acting like you can't get it. She not making sure you can't get it, but she giving you a run for your money. But that's because you soft, right? That's not her fault. It's not us versus them. It's not us versus some goofy on the internet. It's not us versus a tortoise person that will never touch any form of pussy in their life. How can it be me versus that person when that person has no self esteem, right? And I tell y'all all the time, man, self esteem is built. Um, what you gonna call it? Self esteem is built. What you gonna call it? So listen, man. At the end of the day, man, people is haters, man. Comments. It's a lot of trolls. But guess what? They trolls, man. I could never look in the mirror and be one of them. You feel me? Never was, never will be. And that's what I'm saying. I got pride in myself, man. I got pride in myself, man. That's why I'm gonna always dance around a hater, dance on them, and they just gonna feel like, they gonna putrefy. They're gonna putrefy and rot. Because listen, man, God don't like ugly, and you an ugly motherfucker, man. You feel me? Inside and out. I'm about to get ready for work, but ignore the trolls, haters, for sure, man. Thank you for keeping me on point. Shout out to Mooch. You know what I'm saying? We've been live. I'm probably about to get, you know what I'm saying, go get something to drink. Probably about to hit the store real quick, take me a little trip. Uh, the roads are clear, and shouldn't be no traffic out there. But yeah, man, that's the game, folks. It's all about not being distracted. Obviously, Raya wasn't in here to peep that the whole video is about distractions. And so when you're not distracted, you're gonna always win, man, because people hate that. I'll take the energy, whether it's negative or not. Let me have it. I'll take the attention and the negative energy. Let me have it. Let me have it. Let me have it. Yeah, man. Man, telling y'all, man. I love when I get a long vlogging, long live stream, like a hard day at work, man. It feel like one. It feel like one. When you had a long day at work. But my work is never done, bro. It's never done because as I stop doing one thing, I just run into a new thing. I'm like, damn, I gotta get back and go ahead and do this now. You know what I'm saying? That's how my shit go. I don't got time to troll. Even if I had all the time in the world, bro, I couldn't do it. It wouldn't make sense. When you really love yourself, you can't do it. It just don't make sense. It don't. I'm sorry, it don't make sense. That shit don't make sense. I can't do it. Like, damn, my mom birthed me so I could be a troll. That's crazy. Out of all the things I could have been in life, I'm a troll. Man, fuck your moms, man. You gotta think about yourself. Mother's Day come around once a year, but every other day that's your days, your life. You gotta go out and get money or get whatever. I'm sure, Raya, you're a woman because your name's Raya, and I'm sure, or is it Rich? Rich like prayer, prior. Oh, if it's Rich, then you a guy acting like that, man. That's even worse. I don't got nothing to say to no nigga. You gotta watch the video back. If you want some of my attention, watch this whole video back. Cause you about to get virtual attention. You can't get the real attention, man, because you was a goofy. You feel me? But yeah, chat, I'm out to dip. I'm about to dip, man. Throw on a little jacket, a little windbreaker, and take my ass down the street to the vending machine, get something to drink, come back this way. That's that, man. That's all she wrote. Drop a one if you're still in the chat. There's 6 people in here. Drop a one if you're in the chat. Tommy Wilson, what's up? What's good, Will? Wilson. What's good, Wilson? How you? About to roll up? That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I don't smoke, so shout out to Detroit, though. Man. I'm still trying to get traveling a lot more, man. A lot of women claim they like to travel. We gonna see. Women like to talk a lot. They say a lot of stuff. We gonna see, though. We gotta see when women tell us stuff. Life is work, Jackie. Houston. Life is work. Life is work. That's why I'm a lifestyle coach. Because why would I get a job when life is already work instead of working on my life? I want to work on my life so that if I ever get a 9 to 5, it's just adding on to what I'm already doing. You feel what I'm saying? That's why this video was called Distractions, because they want to attack the brainiac. But I'm a brainiac, so you can't attack the brainiac. Type of time. Head always up, bro. Facts. Facts. That's exactly what it is, man. I gotta go to Trader Joe's tomorrow, get some more fruit, get some more. I get 2 bags of oranges. You know what I'm saying? 2 bags of oranges can last me like 3 days, 4 days at sometimes, 4 or 5, like damn near a week. Sometimes 4 days. I mean, come on now. Oranges, that's the fuel. Get a box of grapes. Get grapes and get 1 thing of grapes and 2 things of oranges. That's the algorithm. And then we eat that throughout the week while we're getting to the money. I don't eat all that bullshit. My homie work at Chipotle. I get bowls every once in a while. Sometimes, listen, I know a couple spots I can get free food, but I don't really like overdoing it. But I don't learn the game. You know, I get to save what I make. If I make some money, I can save it because I can get free food. You know what I'm saying? So imagine you make money throughout the day and then you got to go. You make money throughout the day and then you got to buy something at the end of the day. A lot of niggas do that, but I don't like doing that shit. Like, now I want to save every penny that I make. Every penny. And then I want to get back out here tomorrow and make more chip on top of it. I'm selfish, I'm stingy, I'm all of the above. I need everything. Because when you do make a purchase, usually a purchase going to be, depending if it's DoorDash, you might get something off Facebook Marketplace, you might get something off TikTok. Purchase be like $15 to $30, $20 to $30. So think about that. One purchase sets you back. If you making something, you can make $20 fast, depending on what you're doing. So when you say type of time, your head always got to be up. In the midst of all of this shit, bro. It's life or no life. It's no in between. It's motivated or demotivated. No in between. And if you're in that in-between moment, you need to subscribe to this channel, because this channel is all about that in-between moment. Because a lot of times, even when it comes to social dynamics, a lot of people don't realize that they live in that in-between. They're not the most outgoing and they're not introverts, but they need to know that even when you feel weird, you can still talk to women. When you feel weird, you can still open up a conversation with somebody, bro. Too many people in high school, they allowed it that my bad. They allow that to become their identity. They allow their identity to become their high school nervousness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was nervous in high school. I couldn't talk to the baddie. I couldn't be sitting at the cool kids table because I was acting like a bitch. No, listen. You're great. Your greatness. You know, your royal hiney could sit at any table. People need to want to sit at your table though, because you that nigga. That's why I try to tell them with the women, flip the frame around, because that's the frame that's going to make them really see value in you. They're never going to see value in you just because your name is Will or just because you're tall or just flip the frame around. Hey, baby, listen, I know you got a lot of guys chasing you, but listen, I'm that nigga too. So what you want to do? I'm trying to fuck. Hold on, let me see. I was nervous until I seen that ass. Shyness left me real quick, and that's the thing, man. That's how I feel, but a lot of guys don't feel like that. You know, when I'm hustling, I'm rubbing shoulders with a lot of women, bro, and I'm definitely, I don't care how old you could be, 45, somebody mom and a grandmother, and that ass fat. And the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna ask you, you got a man? You know what I'm saying? I might hit you with that opener. You got a man? You know, sometimes I like to use that one. So you know what I'm saying? I'm never too gaslit by society to not try new things. I'm always trying to try the new opener. I'm always trying to break the matrix down, because the matrix can't break me down. The matrix can't break me down. The matrix can't break me down. So I'm always trying to build it. Hold on, I'm always trying to build it up. Because at the end of the day, the trap never stopped jumping. The trap never stopped trapping into. Listen, Jeezy said it in 2000s. He said, trap or die. That's what that nigga said. He said, trap or die. He said, trap or die. I was thinking about that lyric earlier. I said, damn, that's kind of harsh, but guess what? When you hit 30 years old, you realize it's really trap or die. I'm not saying you gotta sell weed, but I'm saying you gotta trap. Whatever your side hustle is. You like flipping shoes, you like flipping iPhones, you like flipping, whatever it is. You wanna flip houses, you wanna flip electric scooters, you wanna flip whatever. Hey, don't play with it, stay with it. Don't play with it, stay with it. Don't pray on it, lay on it, and stay on it. I don't pray, I make a way. You know what I'm saying? I don't play. You know? That's why a lot of guys can't get bitches, because they play around too much. This guy. You flipping hats? Life assimilation. Jeezy said, free Diddy. What's good, Lavi? Bro, listen, bro. At the end of the day, bro, you got to make a way, bro. At the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, man, don't play, man. That's all I'm trying to say, man. Don't play, man. Because, listen, they ain't going to play with you. They're going to try to lay with you. And they're going to try to stay with you. I'm telling you, these women, listen, women, the ops, whoever it is, they're not going to play with you. Shout out to Thousand Band Fonny, the rapper. He said, You gonna get played. He said you. He said something like you gonna get played for all that playing, or something like that. You something like you playing around too much. You that's how you get something like that, bro. We can't be playing. You trying to learn the game. You playing. You playing with the game. You're not trying to learn the game. My boy Moochie trying to learn the game. He got on Patreon. I ain't even dropped a video on Patreon. I was about to drop one 2 days ago. I was about to drop one 2 days ago. I was about to go on a date. And I got out the shower and I was like, I'm gonna show people like how I transition from the shower to the date, like how I get ready, like cologne, brush teeth, all of that shit. And the video was thorough. It was like an hour, and it wouldn't upload because it was too it was too long of a video. Like, so the videos on Patreon got to be like 10 minutes or like 15. That shit was like an hour. It was a great video too. I was mad as hell because I waited for like an hour for it to upload, and then it just was like, nah, it can't upload. That was like crazy because it was a lot of gems, man, in that video, man. It was a lot of game in that motherfucker, man. So, I mean, I know I shaved my beard, everything in the video. I did a whole bunch of shit. Showed y'all the bags, my duffel bags, and everything I got prepared, and just talked about clothes and how you gotta have clothes and different shoes that go with different pants and just little shit like that. It's like some MTV Cribs type shit. That shit was fire, but at the end of the day, more game to come. Cause we doing this, bro. We locking in 2026. We never stopping because we ain't trying to play with it. We trying to stay with it. Hold on. If I could do some more on Patreon, bro, stop playing. Facts, bro. We got it. We gonna lock in, bro. We gonna lock all the way in. We gonna lock all the way in. Patreon. And I was dropping so much game in that shit because, like I said, man, on the video, I was even saying in the video, like, listen, y'all like getting exclusive shit right now. It's shit that I refuse to put on YouTube because it just don't mesh. You know what I'm saying? The Patreon is I'm gonna start vlogging like dates that I go on and shit like that and put it on the Patreon too. Like, I mean, I might put some of that shit on YouTube, but who knows, man. Playing is slaying. Exactly. Man, at the end of the day, man, you gotta understand some shit, man. You're gonna always have to understand some shit. And that's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, man. Never give up on yourself because you are literally all you got. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You are all you got. That's why if a chick trying to frame you as, oh, you approached me, so that's why you should go bring me to where I want to go. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I've been out here shooting shots since last year, heavy, in the snow. You a newcomer. You a newcomer. You think because you pretty that a nigga gonna drop all his, you know, all his pearls and all his diamonds and shit on the ground for you? I got a program, and that's the only thing that I abide by. And listen, you could tell them straight like that. But see, body guys gonna try to make it sound sweet. That's why they fucked up. Cause a woman, when she telling you some shit, she's being raw with that shit. And you gonna try to make your shit sound sweet, and you gonna butter it up. And when you say it, she gonna be like, I'm not really feeling this. Say it to her the way she need to hear it. You think cause you pretty and cause you got a 9 to 5 that I'm gonna kiss your candy ass. And just because of that, you're gonna die a widow. Fuck wrong with you? Because they talking to you like you need to work on yourself. You need to, bitch. Listen, I've been working on myself. I'm pimping at this point. You can't tell me what to do. Feel me? And that's the problem. They think because they think you that you are one. Listen, I'm being nice. Maybe I started this all wrong. I was trying to be nice, but I see being nice is not getting us nowhere. In fact, being nice is driving us to a place that we shall not go. But now I must switch up the vibe, switch up the tempo because let's get one thing understood, baby. I'm that nigga. Hold on. He said, bitch, you got 60 seconds. Real shit. Real shit. They don't understand it. Because listen, man, when you really out here, when you really standing behind the shit that you saying, then they know. See, and that's what a lot of guys don't understand, bro. If I'm not approaching my 15 a day, then I might fuck around and play. But when I'm doing what I need to do, no different than going to practice. When you play basketball, you go to practice every day. You're no longer like reasoning if you're good or not. You're like, no, I'm doing what I need to do as a man. So when I go to the game, I'm expecting to get some more time. And when I get in the game, I'm gonna, it's kind of like it all flows. Everything flows. You naturally start making more layups. You get to the foul line, make some free fucking throws. You know what I'm saying? You might hit a three for some random reason today. When I was a basketball player, I used to knock them shits down. I don't hit. I don't got fouled and made a 3-pointer. You know what I'm saying? That's an achievement when you young. You know what I'm saying? We used to have this play specifically for me to run around 2 picks and get to the corner and shoot a 3. And I remember that play was called. I was a small forward. I ran around the baseline, got to the spot, got the ball, shot that shit, got fouled. The ref blew the whistle. I looked up, that shit was nothing but net. Man, listen, man, I was pretty cold with this shit. And I'm going to tell y'all like this, there's not too many differences between basketball, chess, and game. It's all psychology. And that's why I'm game like Will. It's a game. Women will tell you, if you got women in your family, they will tell you. If you watch the internet, a lot of these women got YouTube channels. It's all a game. I just was watching a podcast of some women saying guys that are dusties are super good with women. And I know exactly what she's talking about. She's absolutely right. The guys that don't have the watch, they don't have the Patek watch. They don't have the guys that don't have, the have-nots have bitches because they have spiritual game. Because all they did was sit around with their friends and stand on shit and laugh, fight. So they had to learn how to be likable without having anything. And it's like once they get, like even me, bro, I come from the urban terrain. I'm not fully, like didn't grow up in the hood the whole time, but I've lived in the hood. Certain years of my life, gunshots, wake us up out our sleep, roaches, all that shit. And there was times where I lived in more of a, safe territory, but like middle school there. But long story short, my mom always kept us moving all around. But generally, I would say I was a good kid at the end of the day. And that at the end of the day, bro, what I'm trying to say is that game is game. Like if a woman could play you, she's gonna try. And you gotta understand to be grounded and to always dismiss some shit that's not for you. Like a woman can always try to play you, bro. And it's like you're not psychic. All human beings are psychic. But most human beings don't know they're psychic, so they don't lean into it. Therefore, the woman ends up becoming the psychic one out of the two. My thoughts on war. Man, my thoughts on war is that you poor if you're paying attention to the war, because you gotta understand something, man. A real P ain't never trying to be in a war, man, because the war comes from within, and to make it feel like it's coming from without is a sin. So you gotta understand when you're not standing like a man, because a man is always gonna plan for the day that something try to happen, because he ain't capping. You understand? When you ain't capping, you gotta make it happen. And when you gotta make it happen, you don't even got time to think about shit that you can't control, because you are in control. And when you're in control, you can't be trolled. You understand? You can't be trolled because you're in control. And your psychology is, outside of monopoly, because people can't play you. They gotta, they're gonna try to slay you, but they can't play you. And it's because the ism is more than a prism when you got the ism. Now, like, comment, subscribe, game like Will. Thoughts about Trump leaking UFO? Listen, man, I'm the UFO, if you didn't know. But if you're slow, then now you know that everybody's an alien disguised as a human. Because me and my cousin used to play this game when I was a young lad, and it was an alien game. It was a video game with aliens. And I was playing the game, and as a kid, I had an epiphany. I said to myself, why does this game feel so human? Why do it feel like aliens are real? I said this as a kid. So that's how I know that you and I both, just because we call each other humans, do you think that means that we're not, that makes us different? Or it makes us, like, because our blood is blue before it turned red. So why would we be anything instead of a UFO? I believe that we all have connections. And when you don't know something, you don't know something. So why would something be surprising to you? That's the real question. Everything I see in the news, I'd be like, damn, I already would have expected that. Niggas with power ain't gonna act like niggas without power. So why would you expect everybody to act the same way? Why would you expect everybody to be on the same wave? Just like a nigga that's rich ain't gonna act like a nigga that ain't rich, or somebody who get a lot of women ain't gonna act like somebody who can't get a woman. Everybody lives on different frequencies. Everybody has different friend groups. Everybody is not the same. So if I know secret information about quote unquote UFOs, then that's something me and my people know. Why am I going to tell everybody something they don't need to know? You don't need to know that it's some shit out here, especially if that shit out there don't want you to know. I'm not going to tell you. I did at Wicked. Wait, your name is Threesh? Threesh? Follow me on the gram. Link in the description. Follow me on the gram right now. Click on my channel. Hit the link in the bio. Subscribe to my Instagram. I'm gonna subscribe back to you after this video. Cause it's the GL Dub. Hold on. Definitely don't know shit. Bro casually dropping wisdom, mad respect. Listen, man, you gotta stay wise. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom is the isdom, because I'm ism, and I'm telling you, man. At the end of the day, ism will get you out of prison, because at the end of the day, you know, an apple a day will keep the doctor away, and I'm here to stay. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta understand this shit. You gotta Treesh. You gotta understand this shit, Treesh. Why they call you Treesh? You a Treesh? Listen, understand it. All you gotta do is understand it. I'm not asking you to get it. I'm telling you to understand it. That's two different things. If you get something, that mean I tried to explain it to you. But if you understand it, that mean that you already trying to get crushed. So if you're trying to get crushed, just let me know. Understand the system. Understand the system. Understand the system. They don't. That's the thing about women in 2026. They don't want to understand it. They don't want to understand it, man. As long as they keep fighting it, that's the issue. Hold on. That's the issue, man. Like I said, the UFOs and us are connected. So I knew it since a kid. I knew it since a kid, bro. I played the game with my cousin. We played the game. It was this game where the aliens was in these spaceships and they'll try to, I think we was the aliens actually. And we had these ray guns and shit. And we would have to, you know what I'm saying, fuck humans up, basically. And I'm like, yo, why do I feel like a connection to these aliens? Like, and I also had a dream when I was younger too about aliens. Like they was cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They was laughing because they're like, these niggas so scared of us that they don't even realize that we're the same thing. Like, and I'm sitting there, I'm in the dream, I'm like, yo, we some bitch ass niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tight. Like, we really some bitch ass niggas down here. Because you don't know what you don't know. So as long as you stay in one spot, niggas don't acquire shit that they scared of. So you stuck, man. And if you go out there, white people is more likely to do some shit and figure out some shit. So no guts, no glory. So that's how the universe works. Like if somebody go talk to the girl and you don't go talk to her, he gonna find out if she going and you're not. And he not gonna tell you. Cause at that point he like, man, I don't know what she on. But when it's nighttime, your bitch ass sleep, he gonna be like, yo, Trish, where you at? Where you at? What you doing? Because he trying to, hey, this is my ass. This ain't ours. This is my ass. So, that's how it go. Another day in the hood, you feel me? Dirty macking and shit. My dad was an alien. That's what's up. What's good if he looked like he picked up toward this at Arby's? Oh shit. Hold on, let me see. Wimby is an alien. Wimby an alien. My dad is my mom. Listen, man, fuck that shit, man. Listen, man, I'm about to leave, man. Y'all on some bugged out shit, man. Y'all fucking up the program. You understand what I'm saying? I got these skeletons on my jeans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't even peeped the drip today. Hold on, drip check. Drip check. I got this hoodie from a place that I'm never gonna tell y'all. Hat old as fuck from the gas station. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Y'all don't understand. I got the belt from an undisclosed place. And hold on, I don't know if y'all can see the skeletons on the glitter on. Then I got these on my feet. These is called Keen. These is King, bro. These is hiking shoes. What y'all know about hiking? Because at the end of the day, y'all want to talk about aliens, but y'all don't understand if aliens are real, then aliens are connected. That means they're a part of nature. And if they're a part of what is called nature, then that means that oxygen is what we have. And when I go hiking, I do it because I like to breathe in good, fresh air. You dig what I'm saying? So I need a chick that like to go hiking and like to go for walks. I don't give a fuck about that pimp shit. Hey, I'm not trying to pimp you out. I'm trying to have quality time. I'm trying to cuddle. You dig what I'm saying? I'm trying to enjoy you. And listen, nothing's more enjoyable than a healthy woman. I don't think a lot of guys understand that because you're so thirsty that you'll take any straggler from off the street. Listen, when you go to the gym, that is where the quality women are in the gym. In the gym, the quality women are in the gym. They're thick, even the petite ones they got the salt shaker. They all look good, you know. I mean, Stop and Shop, even though that's a low grade place to get your food from. It's a lot of you know a lot of options there. You know, I don't drink liquor, but some women be at the liquor store that might, that's a little good little hot spot right there. It's a liquor store on the corner of my street. You know what I'm saying? I've never really went there because I don't drink, but I be seeing chicks pulling up. That's a little sneaky little spot. Um, hiking to scout spots to bury something. A hiking scout spots to bury something. You look like you got a 3.5 for 20 head to toe, confusing the plot. He not doing enough. To be honest, he not hungry. Man, I don't know what y'all talking about now. Y'all on some code name kids next door shit, and I'm on some grown man shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's the difference. You feel what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it go in these streets. So, like I said, man, I'm about to go get something to drink from the store. I'm about to go to a hotel to use a vending machine and get something to drink because my mouth is dry. I'm gonna go live tomorrow at some point. Like I said, follow me on the gram. Follow me on the gram if you're not on some lame ass shit. Follow me on the gram. And Trish, listen, if you listen, I ain't with none of that smoke shit you on. But listen, I'm gonna go ahead and block you though, for the simple fact that you on some other shit, and I try to keep this chat positive. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna just block you. I'm not gonna cap. See how that work, chat? See how that work, chat? I didn't want to have to do it, and y'all could tell I didn't want to do it. But when they keep running their fucking mouth, then that's just what they're forcing you to do it. And you're like, damn, man, you're applying so much pressure that you just want a nigga to do something. But yeah, it's light outside now. It's light outside now, chat. It's light outside now. What was flawless? What was flawless, man? She was talking a bundle, a blast of shit. So it's like at that point, they're forcing your hand. I'm such a nice guy, but they don't want to see me like that. So I'm like, man, in order to preserve this prison, I gotta get out of that prison. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta I gotta avoid that shit, man. They be in here trying to talk. Oh, you 30, you this, you that, man. Shut your ass up. You feel what I'm saying? How old I am. Free my nigga Thresh. Man, fuck, man. See that right there? I don't like that shit, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't agree with somebody who I disagree with and think I'm just gonna let it slide, man. See see, this is why you gotta understand this shit, man. They work together. They work together, man. They work together. You'll never be good in the matrix if you allow people to work together in front of your very own eyes like that. They work together, and they do that shit, and that's how they get you. It's all about draining your energy out here, bro. If you don't protect your energy, you're cooked. And I hope this message goes far and wide. That if you don't protect your energy, you're gonna forever get cooked out here. These ones are crazy. I agree with you, my bro. What you mean these ones are crazy? I told y'all, man, the title of this video was distractions, man. And I don't think that the average guy understands how distractions work, man. They're insidious. Distractions are insidious. Distractions are insidious, bro. They're coming to kill, steal, and destroy. That's how they get you. You know, they get you wrapped up in the back and forth of negativity. That's the same way these chicks do sometimes. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them, they get you in your feelings. Once you in your feelings, then they got you. Cause now I'm getting his undivided attention. When you mad, you giving people your undivided. When you're mad. Same for us though. I'm about to slide out, but I don't listen. Once I leave the crib, I cut the vlog off usually. But we'll chop it up for a little while. Alright, I need something to wet my whistle, man. I can't be out here like this. But like I said, man, negativity is the easiest way to get somebody's attention. I'm telling you, you can do that shit even to women, like get their attention by being negative. A lot of guys don't came up on some ass acting like that. And that's what I'm telling you, man. I don't learn my lesson, man. You gotta avoid all negativity. You gotta avoid any type of distraction, because it's like dishonorable, man. Like, y'all gotta really pay attention to the matrix, bro. Like, people want your attention, bro.